Hello, Peter.
Hello.
There you
Hi.
are.
Hi.
Hello, everybody,
Hi.
and welcome to
Hi.
Takusatsu.
I
We
spit at
talk
you.
toku,
Hi.
and this is what it's gonna be the first episode of hopefully a long-running thing. I would like to keep doing it. Uh, we decided that we're just gonna. Well, we watch toku all the time, and we figured, well, why not make a thing out of it? Me and Peter decided we were gonna start a tokusatsu podcast where we watch tokusatsu. I don't know what else. And it's gonna,
I like that.
and we're not talking about just Rider. We're gonna watch Sentai. We're gonna watch Ultraman. We're gonna watch fucking what is Dogengers, man? Like, what is that even considered?
Just everything tokusatsu.
Yeah, it's the love letters. Is what that
Who
is.
knows, we might eventually talk about stage plays and stuff like that.
Oh, that'd be interesting. But yeah, I'm Sal. I would consider myself a novice. I think novice is the right term, a toku novice. Uh and Peter here. Well, why don't you introduce yourself, Peter? You said your name, but say your name and
Oh,
what would you consider yourself?
well, my name is Peter. Like the Peter. If anyone hasn't known, I have been a fan of the tokusatsu for quite a while now. I can't say I don't know if I would say I'm like a veteran watcher. But like I've been a long time fan of Kamen Rider,
I would
tokusatsu in general.
I would say veteran is like implying like time spent rather than like expertise. I think veteran's a good word because you're not calling
I
yourself an expert, right?
True, no,
But
no. Um,
yeah,
how did you get into
uh,
tokusatsu? So,
well, you know what? Before we get into the Toku talk, which is funny because this is this is the whole point of the
what
podcast.
the hell?
I do want to talk about our days first. Let's talk about our not our days, but like the week.
Go talk about the week.
Uh, and for
Catch up.
anybody that doesn't give a flying flip about our weeks, you can skip to. Hey, so quick little addendum here. We start talking about our history with Toku and how we got into Toku at the 1 hour 35 minute mark. So if you want to go see that, go there. But if you want to get straight to the Zeztz stuff where we start talking about Zeztz, you're going to want to jump to the 2 hour and 24 minute mark. That's where we start actually discussing the episodes that we watched and read through our notes. Sorry about that. Back to the show. And that's that. We'll be here and you'll be over there. I'm gonna like ADR in a very clean edit of me with the timestamp, whatever that may be.
Audio blown out.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Skip to.
uh,
What time was that?
just gonna be
I didn't catch
fucking
it.
rage baiting my fat dog MP4. But yeah, let's start with our weeks, and I'll go first. Let's see what was going on this week. Oh, fucking a couple things. I got myself a new fucking phone, brother. Because I fucking hate iPhones. God, I hate iPhones. I
Awful.
always tried to run Android whenever I could, or any like equivalent, because I had an iPhone once and it was miserable. The only time it was manageable, and this is like fuck, this is way back when you could jailbreak them easily, and then actually use the damn thing. The newer ones, like man, dude, I could not do anything I wanted to with that phone. Like Apple has such a like strict grip on your like what you can and can't do with your phone, and it really started to piss me off. I think the biggest like deal breaker for me when it came to like Apple phones was I was in like high school. I had myself a Zune MP3 player
Oh my god.
for like I want to say middle school to high school, and eventually I got myself like a an iPhone. Oh no, I had an Android first,
Hmm.
and then I was able to transfer all my fucking MP3s onto the Android phone. And then I ended up getting an iPhone because I think it was like a hand me down, and it was like nicer than the phone I had at the time. And couldn't transfer any of those MP3s, not a single one. All my music, because I had a lot. I had a lot of music. I had like hundreds of songs that I just like downloaded from wherever at the time, and Apple was like, "That's not iTunes. Get it out. We don't want that. You probably pirated that music." And yeah, maybe, but you don't need to. You don't need to know that, and you don't need to dictate that. Like, and some of it wasn't. Some of it was just music not on iTunes. I fucking, I was like one hair away from like wearing a Triforce shirt and cargo pants. So I had a lot of music, video game music on
Oh,
my phone,
the strongest fit ever
and
made.
it just didn't let me transfer that. So I was like, I hate Apple. I hate it. And I swore off from Apple whenever I could. And yeah, so I ended up trading in for a new phone because, hey, buddy, new job allows me to. And one interesting thing happened while getting the phone because I was able to trade the one I have in for like a deal. And so I was like, well, yeah, let's do that. And I actually ended up saving like $900
God damn.
uh, trading for the phone, which is fucking thumbs up, bang on.
I'm always blown away by phone
But
prices.
the lady at the kiosk that I was speaking to, we were just chatting it up as we're talking out the terms of the phone and shit like that, and she starts talking about like how she likes to go to museums and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's cool. Tell me more. What kind of like museums you go to? She's talking about all sorts of museums. They have all sorts of museums for different kinds of shit. And I remember Nilly telling me one time about like I forgot what it was called, but it was like a psychedelics museum. Except it wasn't like you don't. It's not about psychedelics, but rather like they have a bunch of exhibits with a bunch of like
Illusions?
tools, yeah, basically shit that make you feel like you're on psychedelics but not actually ingesting any psychedelics. It's like, that shit's cool.
That is very
When I think of
cool.
museums, I think of like fucking dinosaur bones, right, and fucking sarcophaguses and
Yeah.
shit. But no,
Well,
there's
there's
all
a lot
sorts
of
of
stuff you
museums
can track and keep the history of. So
and
cool to
learn.
see people do stuff about that in terms of different like backgrounds and yeah.
Yeah, and so we just chatted up and I was like, oh, this is really interesting. And she was like, yeah, I just like learning stuff. I'm actually really like big into like conspiracy theories. And I was like, okay, well, let's see where this goes. I don't
Right.
know. I mean,
There are some
you
people who
know,
like don't believe them, but like keeping a track of them because it's like interesting
yeah,
to like
well, yeah, because
listen.
there's like the skeptic, like, but like I'm interested type deal. And there's the true believers, and yeah,
Or the ones that
well,
just like
so
hearing about them because they just like hearing about what people think. Like it's
yeah,
like being on the other side of the wall watching people do stuff, right?
the vibe I got, I don't know what vibe I got, but I'll tell you this. When I asked her like what kind of conspiracy theory she's into, she was like, I think Atlantis is real. And I was like, what do you mean by that?
For that
what do you
special
mean
for
by that?
SpongeBob.
And she was like, I just think like it's interesting. I think I think at some point humans went back into the ocean, and I don't know. I don't think she said back into the ocean. She just, I think I think they went into the ocean and became mermaids and made civilization down there. And I'm like, but how? Uh, well, what I did say was because like I'm like, okay, let me like humor you and like play ball. I'm interested. All right, let's see where this goes. And so I was like, oh, is it like because fucking what would eventually become human life was once in the water, right? Fish got the fucking two legs and walked on land. Is it? It's like I was wondering. I was like, okay, so is it like? Do you think maybe it's like a regression of that? And she was like, she she gave me that look of acknowledgement of like, I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah. And I was like, oh, so like that wasn't even part of the equation. The fact that like, you know, uh, all life came from the sea. You just are like Atlantis and mermaids are real. Like you went straight to that. Okay. And that's where I was like, Cool. Can I get my phone now?
You have to get it from
uh,
the fucking bottom of the sea, buddy. You gotta listen.
so I was just like, I don't even know how to like follow up anymore. uh, so that was fun. I got the phone at Costco. Costco, man, you can get anything at Costco. They really this shit has fucking everything. Uh, didn't get
Every year
myself a
they
hot
had
dog.
something
I
new.
just wasn't that hungry. Just got my phone, ate that. I went and let's see. Oh, we play. Oh, we can talk about the games we played too. I'll just like. Well, you know what? We can both talk about that because we both been playing those games. So other than that, like, fucking, so works. You know, just doing work. It's been all right. There's one guy at my work who's like really like irate for some reason. Like he's getting like he gets really upset at weird things. Like this week he was like mad that our supervisor was telling him when to take his break. And not even like a demanding like you need to take your break now. It was more like just a reminder, hey, you know, now's the time to take a break. And
Yeah,
he
it is
and like
mandated.
I
You have to.
it was one, it's mandated, but two, also like it's just it was his reaction, like the specific words that he chose, because it wasn't like because I could understand being like, me myself, I would prefer to take my break later in the day as to
Mhm.
like kind of shorten the gap between when I get off and
Yeah.
when I take my break. It makes it feel like faster, but it is
Take your
what it
break
is.
early feels better.
I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. But he said something to the effect of like, I hate when he tells me to take my break, man. I'm a grown ass man, and I'm like, that's a that was an extreme fucking reaction. Like, it's just what a weird way to frame it. Like,
I'm the current ass man. Do you think maybe
does it
they're like
emasculate
family?
you?
You think well, you think they're family? Because that sounds like the type of reaction you hear from people who are like upset with their parents. Like if his dad
I
told
don't
him to
know.
take a break.
They're definitely not. I just think that it's indicative of some other shit you got going on, man. I don't. You have fun with that one. I'm just like, okay.
One
And
of those
like he
interactions
said
you
it
go like
once.
a different life than mine.
He said it the first time, and I don't know if he was saying it at me or just in general, like under his like not even under his breath. It was pretty loud. Uh, but then and I didn't acknowledge it. Didn't he didn't follow up, and I was like, this probably wasn't him. He was probably just venting. And then you know the next day, we you know the same thing happens. We go to our break, and as we're walking to our break, he like looks at me and then like directly acknowledges me and waits for my you know acknowledgement back, and says the same thing. Is like I fucking hate when he tells me to take a break. I'm a grown ass man. And I'm like, oh, you want a response from me? You want me to like acknowledge your opinion and most likely agree with you, and I just don't. So I was like, I mean, ain't no skin off my bones, man.
Yeah,
And
that's the
he just
response
was
you get. You
like,
go, oh yeah, yeah, crazy.
no, I well the thing is I didn't agree with him. I was just like, it's not that big of a deal to me because I was like, it's not.
Probably the best way to
And
handle it
he
so he
would,
stops doing it.
well, he hadn't done it since, so I think that is what happened. But he just ended up, you know, and you know moved on. And I was like, that's so weird. I like, all right. And aside from that, oh, I've been playing. What's it called? I almost called it Dragalia Lost. That's not what it's called.
Well,
Dragon Sword, which is a spiritual successor question mark to an old MMO called Dragon Nest, which I didn't play back in the day. I played a lot of Nexon MMOs back in the day, and that was one of them. Didn't play it extensively, just because my computer at the time couldn't handle it. I played a little bit though. So I saw this was coming out, and I was like, "Ooh, I remember Dragon's Nest. That was
hmm.
fun, and this game looks neat." And then it turns out it was going to be a gotcha, and for a lot of people, that's an immediate turnoff. It is, it's like sad. but I gotcha slop. I was like, still check it out.
Free game's a free
Except
game,
at the
right?
last second, well, it's not free
Oh,
because they turned it into a single player game and made it just a full, like, not a full price, but like a buy once like thing. Like it's a game released. You don't roll for your characters, you unlock them, and it's not a gotcha anymore. It has all the like uh mechanics and like trappings of an open world gotcha, but it's not a gotcha. It's just a single player like open world action game. Uh and I was like, "Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting." Cuz I've seen gotchas release end of service get converted into a single player game, but I've never seen it like preemptively be like, no, 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 we're not doing gotcha anymore. We're actually going to make it a single player game and release like that. Uh, and a lot of people were pretty like wanted to. I saw like a lot like on the Steam reviews. A lot of people were like very supportive of that decision.
it's a
They were
great
giving it a
idea.
bunch of positive reviews. Um, and I was like, well, I mean, I was gonna check it out anyway, and so I ended up picking that up. That game's fun. I actually really like it. It it's it's a much more, how do I, because I haven't played Genshin since like release, right? But if I were to compare it to anything, it feels like a just better polished. Like I like the style more Genshin. Uh,
Interesting.
it it is like yeah, I don't know how else to like describe it other than just better Genshin. And it's also not a gotcha, so like it immediately gets a bunch of points off of that alone. Um,
Adds a lot when you don't have to like gotcha for characters.
uh, yeah, it's like 35 bucks USD. Uh, and then like I guess what were gonna be either variations of the character or skins that you would presumably buy or gotcha for are
Right.
just DLC now. Um and but no, dude, like it has like the fucking their relic grind is armor pieces, and all the like character what would be like character weapons that you would roll for. You just buy them like with the in game like quest rewards and stuff like that. Uh it's weird. It feels weird because this template exists because of Genshin, right? Like Genshin is the one that basically like
Oh yeah,
uh
100%.
uh made the template, and because it has such a
Or at
heavy
least popularized it.
association, uh uh is, I think modified might be the word. It's the one that made it set
Yeah,
in
that,
stone, right? Is well, I can't think of any other game
I want to say
that
Genshin like
is like
made it that
Genshin.
way, but I just don't want to say it for certain because there may have been something else that done it, but nothing
Like
popped off quite the
obviously,
way Genshin did.
and I'm not talking about like the stuff carried over from Breath of the Wild, right? Because Breath of the Wild is like
No, that's all
the
different.
basis platform.
I
But
want
it's
relic
not.
grinding
It's
and
not. They're not one to one. Like not at all. Like when I say the Genshin formula, you have a clear picture in your head of what that is. You
yes.
know what I mean when I say that. Uh, and because it started as like an online gotcha, when I played this game, it was offline. I couldn't shake that feeling of gotcha, even though, like taking a step back and removing those biases, it's like no, this is just a single player open world game, and like if you rip that gotcha context away, like the history, like where gotcha has come and gone, it's like this is a good game on its own merits. But like, and I'm not saying it's not, but it's just like it's so hard to like
Shake that
get
feeling.
that feeling off of like I'm playing a
Right.
gotcha right now, even though it is not a gotcha.
But it was. So do you also have that to think about as well? That's just sticking in the back of your head the entire time you're playing?
So that's my thing, right? I'm like, what elements were gotcha that aren't anymore? And one of the ones that's pretty apparent is like characters. Some characters you're given as you progress through the story and as you meet them. But then other characters you just purchase by getting this like exploration currency. You know, you explore
Ah,
the overworld and then you get like stuff and then you can use that stuff that you found to buy these characters. Um and so like that is like very clearly like, oh, this is gotcha stuff.
you could tell like those are
But
the ones that were very clearly meant to be the characters you got.
yes. Uh but like I'm trying to like divest that from like I'm really trying to like get rid of anything gotcha in my brain and like just play the game and criticize it on its own merits. But man, is it hard to like take the gotcha out because it's just like it's too ingrained. But all that to say, it's been pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. Apparently, it also has like the co-op dungeons and shit like that. Uh, I don't know how that plays because it that was one of my biggest complaints about Genshin is that the co-op was kind of meh.
Oh my
Uh,
god, they gave up. They gave up real hard on doing anything with that.
uh, but yeah, aside from that, I mean, any other games I've been playing, other than the ones we both been playing together, not really. So I'm gonna hand it over to you. Here's the baton.
Whoa,
Threw it at you really hard.
it's wet.
I threw it at you with my ass.
Oh, right.
Why is my ass wet? I've been working all day, man.
You know what? Fair enough.
Shit's hot
But
in there.
as for me, my week has been, outside of like stream. Very sorry. I'm stretching. Stretching
Sorry, I'm pulling
myself
them
out
apart.
over a week. Going different places, trying different work. Last week, I guess, be like a good way to start. Technically, didn't start. I went on my way to work, and it's been raining storming. I love this weather a lot. I love the raining. I love the storming.
Oh, give me some, motherfucker.
Don't worry, I'll be dealing with that shit heat soon. But I'll be cherishing it for now. But on the way, walking somewhere, I stepped into some mud. I didn't realize I had. It was just in a patch of grass. Way more slick mud than I thought. I slipped. I nearly fell, but I caught myself on like the pole on a fence,
Oh,
and that would have been fine, like catching myself. But as I caught myself, the pole was wet, so I run around on the spot and I twisted my leg,
start stripper dancing. Oh,
and that hurt like hell. My leg was so sore for the rest of the day, and I was still out. I wasn't home until way later. Still good now. Stretching and everything helps a lot with that type of thing. But man, that hurt like hell. Um, Outside of that, not too much. Been playing some Pokemon fan games. Um, Pokemon Rejuvenation, very good fan game. Very long, very long fan game. Um, there's a lot of story and a lot of content in it.
I feel like the quality on like recent Pokemon fan games has been shooting through the roof.
Yes, I want to say it was around the time of there's there's like different like thresholds for like the average Pokemon fan game bumping up in quality. Um, I want to say Reborn. Pokemon Reborn was one of the big ones. I don't know if that was the one that introduced it or they made it. I'm pretty uninformed about the situation. I'm willing to be corrected about any of this, but Pokemon Essentials was pretty much the thing that boosted a lot of Pokemon fan games, especially like
What is
actual
that?
fan games. Um,
It's like a engine for making fan games.
yeah, I think so. It's basically like a heavily modified RPG maker,
Ah,
and Pokemon Essentials has basically made it so there's a big upturn in Pokemon fan games as towards hacks. A hack is where you modify the actual ROM itself, you patch it over and stuff like that.
watch out! Nintendo's gonna get you.
I'm not saying it though, but a Pokemon fan game is where it is just a standalone RPG Maker esque game. Download, have the folder, click on the button, open the game, and there's been a lot more of that. The quality upturn due to Pokemon Essentials has been astronomical in terms of just like clear before and after. It's kind of crazy. It's a lot of like necessities. for me, one of the biggest things I prefer over a fan game over a hack is the ability to speed up without the music speeding up. I prefer that a lot. Pokemon, I love Pokemon, but it can be very slow,
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
especially God
That
forbid you need to grind or anything like that. But
ain't
yeah,
gonna
the average
change
fan game
because
quality is quite high. Um, Especially with the likes of like Infinite Fusion and the like. Pokemon,
oh yeah,
Pokemon Axon, that's a very good fan game. The Spanish Pokemon fan game community has gone crazy. They
oh
are
yeah.
creating some really good stuff. Um, Reality
Are you playing
System,
untranslated?
they're translated. Um,
You should play them untranslated
Sometimes
and read
things aren't
all the
translated.
dialogue.
True. Um, Learning Spanish through a Pokemon fan game is definitely a way to do it.
You
Learn,
could. You probably could.
learn the Spanish word for magneton before thank you. Um, Le magneton. But
that's
French.
that's French.
Sorry, as you can see, I'm really bad at Spanish.
Just
Um,
sorry, you have to swap the two letters, and then you'll be good.
oh, okay.
No, actually,
No, you're right. It's Le magneton.
you just said it again.
El
You
magneton.
just said Le Magneton again.
As you can see, I'm really bad at German. Um,
Oh,
oh,
Wiener Schnitzel and all that. Oh, no, wait, that's Swedish, I think.
no, that's. I think that's
Is
German.
it German? Okay,
Yeah,
sick.
he's done it.
I've done it.
Pokemon
I've learned
Axon,
German.
Pokemon Reality System, which I'm pretty sure,
Axon,
if not
Haxon.
the exact same team, most of the same team. Because I played Axon, then Reality System, and I was like, this feels like the same game, but obviously different overall. It's like one was like the improvement of the other, and I played the former before the later. Very
Mhm.
good fan game, and obviously been playing Rejuvenation. Also, a very good fan game. Very, very
That
loved.
one looks crazy from what you showed me.
Um,
Is that the one I'm thinking of? Is that the like the fucking Ultra Beast World one?
Ultra Beast. No, that's a different one.
Oh,
That would be right now. I actually have continued with it.
that one look crazy.
Pokemon Nova.
That one look wild.
It's very creative. They're getting really interesting with all these things. The depth of what people are being able to make crazy. Um, I look forward to like a lot of the things people are making. It's all being very creative. Speaking of Pokemon, I've been watching the Pokemon Nuzlocke Invitational by Plank Crow and Peachow.
That
Very
first one
good.
was really funny.
Very good. This latest one's very good. In the
Fuck is
likes of
that? What's
Bruce
wrong
Green.
with him?
Yeah, the fucking version. What's wrong with him? Oh my god, people reacting to like some of those regional forms and just all Pokemon they have never seen is just perfect. It's great. Um, Outside of that, I haven't done too much. Sorting out like art collection and stuff like that. I got a new binder.
Hmm.
Um, Actually, I'll show you some later. But like, I've been painting the front of like a binder I got to be like trash theme because I'm making a collection of all like trash Pokemon and Digimon.
Yeah.
The main one being Numemon, obviously.
Yeah.
Stuff like Garbodor and Trubbish because they're just really cute. I love Trubbish, I love Garbodor, I love Numemon, and I think they're all really cute. They all share the same theme of being these little filthy little buggers. I'm painting like
Nasty
this
creatures that you love.
Trubbish,
Just like I
little
like
little dirty street cat. That's what he is.
pugs and chihuahuas. I'm not talking about those fluffy chihuahuas either. I'm talking about those
Oh, those
fucking
are the ones that are like,
spindly little fucking chupacabras, fucking
yeah,
nasty looking.
they look like the popsicle stick creature you stuck fur on. They shake like it too. Like if you push a chihuahua, one of those chihuahuas over, they make like a Lego break noise.
But and then yeah, we played some games together. We played what did we
The
play?
one
We
fish,
played the One Fish. Really
like
fun friend slot for like a session.
I really look
Uh
forward to seeing how that goes.
Yeah, super early access. Would love to play more of it when there's more to play. What there is there now is like fun. Just needs some tweaking, and then after that, a lot more content.
It feels like they got
Uh,
to a base where they have kind of polished the very, very basics of the game, and that kind of creates like a good like presentation for the game. I
yes,
really look forward to seeing how the one fish, rather not big fish,
the one
one fish,
fish.
seeing how that develops over time. Very cool. I would
Uh,
recommend people at least play like a session of it with friends. Good to support them, but
yes,
also it's just fun. It's very simple. It's very silly. Also good to
and
give feedback.
then we played Far Far West, and that
Also
game
very good.
it's good. It's
Yep.
polished. It's very good. If I
Very
had one
polished.
complaint, I think there's just too much downtime between objectives.
Yes.
Like there's a like when you're going from objective to objective, there's nothing in between. Uh and like it kind of when you're doing that a lot, you kind of begin to notice uh
There's You're not at each objective for a very long time.
no. Uh you know when you notice it the most? When you're searching the map for collectibles.
Yeah. Some of those
When you're
world
searching the map for
collectibles are really
collectibles,
rough.
you it's just like wow, there's so much downtime between area to area.
Those
Uh
graves.
it
We'll say
almost makes
the
me
graves are
like
really bad, honestly.
it makes
Um,
me really not want to look for collectibles and just do objective like to objective gameplay.
the speed
Uh
at which you can complete a level, going objective to objective, compared to exploring the map, is very big. The difference is you can get that done
yeah,
instantly versus the wandering around. Music's very good in the game. I said
music's
this when we
good.
were playing the
Yeah.
beta. It's good to hear more music from the game. Very,
I'm
very
almost
good.
curious if like the higher difficulties have more shit attacking you in between like points. Or just more shit to do in general. We'll have
Mm,
to see when we get when we get to later difficulties.
yeah.
Uh
Do we
but I
happen
think
to
that was
know
it,
that?
right?
Let's see. It was that.
I mean,
You did a bit more with Safiria.
yeah, I just playing more Sephiria. It was a good ass roguelite.
Very, very good roguelike. Highly recommend it. If you like a more story driven narrative roguelike, play Safiria. Sephiria. Very good game. Very simple. Very nice. Feels good. It's a good
Mm-hmm.
roguelike.
Yeah.
You actually create a lot of little builds, which is very important.
Yes.
Uh,
A lot of roguelites miss that.
the game also breaks itself up through the runs. There's another issue that most roguelikes miss out on is just you feeling like you're doing the same thing over and over.
Only knock against it, the only thing it doesn't have on the like godlike like bingo like godlike roguelite bingo is
Just a picture of Isaac.
alternate alternate paths.
Yeah, it tries to do
Alternate
some alternate
paths.
stuff as you go along. It changes the formula of the
Which
level,
is it's
but
neat and I wish they would keep that in a meaningful way.
some of the changes that you run into are there
Yeah.
temporarily, rather than later. For example, something simple as you get the ability to unlock cages, gates, in an early level, but that is only there for one time, and that's it. It would have been nice to add that through the missions just permanently.
Yeah.
That being said,
Uh
it's a really good game. Very simple, very good. Finished,
yep.
complete, done. I recommend just going and getting it. It's also not very expensive.
No, not at all. Very good.
Um,
And I'm
Out
pretty
of
sure that's
that,
it.
I think that's it.
Well,
Oh, as for that, time for Tokyo Talk. And Sal,
time for a Toku talk.
did you
What?
get into Tokusatsu?
Yeah, so let's start there. Let's start with for the first episode, kind of giving like a little background, a little episode 0.5. So yeah, we'll start with me because I am actually the newcomer between the two of us, like very much so. Like I said at the start, I'm a bit of a Toku novice. Uh let's see. So I had like known about like tokusatsu via, and I think this is like I'm gonna say like 99.9% of people in North America, uh, through like shit like Power Rangers, right? Like who hadn't discovered it through Power Rangers? Um, but I was actually never really a Power Rangers kid. I never really cared much for Power Rangers. Like it was a thing that was on. It's not like I missed it. It's just that I never like watched it much. It's funny because I remember like my cousins had a Power Rangers fighting game for the PS1. Uh, and that was fun. I played that a lot. But yeah, I just never was never really into it. And after that, uh the next Toku thing that I would come across was actually I think Gaim. And I didn't watch it. I just saw clips of it. And I just remember going like, what the fuck is happening? why are they all fruit? Why are they all so fruity? Uh and wrote it off. Just didn't care for it.
The first time you see
Uh
any clips of like a Kamen Rider or Tokusatsu when you don't watch it, it is maybe the strangest feeling ever. It is bizarre feeling to see these
well,
types of clips without any
it's
context.
it's actually funny because the one that I saw, so I saw a clip and was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? This is awesome." That made me want to get into it, which was not silly or goofy at all. In fact, it was very dire and dramatic, and it was a friend of ours in a Discord uh, posted a clip of Kamen Rider Kuga in
Mm.
which Godai, the protagonist, is just having the crash out of all time and is absolutely brutalizing one of the baddies. And I remember watching it, and it's from the music to the framing of the shot to like the directing to the acting, everything is just like so fucking serious and dire. And like, I was just like, what the Jesus, man? This is insane. And I was like, it I need to see this because like the picture in my head of tokusatsu that I'd always had was way more goofy, like silly shit, right?
Right.
And so I went to go watch Kuga, and like Kuga is not what I was expecting at all. It's a fucking police drama. Like it is a police drama with like a superhero at like the helm. Uh and
Early Heisei stuff, barring, some of them, really lent into the drama aspect of the show as the core.
which I didn't know. I just didn't know, and boy, I got fucking. That was a awakening because I was just like, oh my god, this is crazy. This is good. Like the directing in that show, like that camera work has intent, like crazy. Like whoever's doing those shots, is like I want to direct a film here. I want to tell you something. Uh, and got like I want to say halfway through, and for one reason or another, I just didn't continue because, and it wasn't because I wasn't enjoying it. I was very much enjoying it. It's just life happens and you forget and you just move on. And you keep meaning to get back to it, but things happen.
I've got a couple shows
Um,
like that. Talk about.
and the next time that I was like, well, I want to get back into tokusatsu. I don't know how much time had passed. But I was like, I really want to watch tokusatsu again, but I didn't want to watch Rider. I wanted to watch Sentai, because I was like, I think the thought process was like, well, I've seen a little bit of Power Rangers here and there. I want to see what that was supposed to be because, as far as I know, like Sentai, like Power Rangers is not exactly like it's Americanized a lot. Like they take a lot of liberties, from what I understand.
Or New
When
Zealandized, depending on which season.
um, and so I was like, okay, I want to see what this is supposed to be, and there was nothing in specific that I saw that made me go, I want to watch this. It was just I want to watch Sentai. I looked at the list of Sentai and was like, okay, which one should I watch? And I think the first thing that stood out to me was uh uh what's it called? I think Uchu Sentai Q Ranger,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay, that one. That one seems cool, space themed, and it has like a whoa, that's a big ass cast. All right, well, let's watch that. Funnily enough, that would be one of its weaknesses. Um, and that was much closer to what I was expecting out of tokusatsu. Uh, very lighthearted, very silly. A lot of like, you know, rule of cool, like just shit happening. Uh, but going in with that mindset, I was like very primed to enjoy it, and I had a lot of fun. I thought Q Ranger was fun, and I was like, oh my god, that was just such a nice, enjoyable time. Uh, it has its problems, like I said, mainly it's too big cast. Not a lot of those characters get
There are
enough
definitely some
time.
characters in the background more than others.
A lot of voice actors that I was able to fucking recognize. And then I want to say after that, I was like more into Toku, and I know you by that point when I had watched Q Ranger. I don't think I did because
I'm
I definitely would have
curious.
talked to you about it.
I helped you find Kuga, but we weren't
Well, you
really
were in the
hanging out.
Discord, but we weren't hanging out. Yes, you were in the
No,
Discord, but we were not hanging out. And so I definitely think I watched Q Ranger on my own. And then sometime between then and when I met you, well, I met you, and I forget what led us to watching more Toku. One of us must have brought it up, and we watched. What was the first Toku we watched? I think it was O's. No, I think I remember I approached you about Toku, uh, or probably specifically Ryder, with recommendations on what we should watch, and you were like, kind of like, what do you like? Like, what do you want? What do you want? And I think you were just showing me like openings, and I was
yeah,
like, is that ska? I want the one with ska. And then we watched O's. Uh, Based purely off of the fact that it had ska because I like ska a lot. Uh, and we just watched all of O's. That was a fucking great time. I had a lot of fun there. Then we just fucking started picking up more. We watched after that. We watched what did we watch? I'm trying to think. Was it Geats after that?
was it?
No, we watched Revice and didn't finish it.
Right,
That's right. I remember now. We
right.
started Revice and we watched it as a group with a bunch of other people, and we took a break and someone watched the rest of it without us, and we just
We were
I just
waiting for someone to continue it with, and then we found out one of the people we were waiting for had just watched it without us. So we didn't really continue it as a group at all.
nope. And then I think Geets after that. I want to say it was Geets like that we at least watched. Like we decided to watch Geets after that. Um,
It
and
may have been Geats because I'm
then
pretty sure Geats was it Gotchard? No, Geats because Geats is before Gotchard. Yes, it
yeah,
was Geats first.
we watched Geets.
I watched Geats and then I
Uh,
wanted to watch it with you.
yeah, and so we watched Geets, which was good. That also has like a big ass cast. Um, and
Does it in a much more
then
manageable way.
yes, it does. Thankfully, they're introduced in like very like sections. Like like each section has like its set of characters that it will like deal with, and then some characters get they finish whatever they're doing and then get rotated out, and then new characters come in for the next section.
It's a battle
Um,
royale style show, if anything.
yes, and then after that we watched. I think we watched. Did I watch Q Ranger with you guys after that?
Yeah.
Because you guys hadn't seen Q Ranger.
It
Yeah,
was either
so I watched.
before or after that. It's a little
I
messy.
want to say it was after.
Um,
Um, and then after that, we started Gotchard, never finished it for whatever reason. Think we were waiting for a movie, and you just didn't. You just didn't
oh,
ever You grab it.
It took no, I did eventually grab it, but it took so long. The issue with that we had with Godchard, and this is an issue I have with a lot. Kamen Rider has this issue the most, and I think Godchard may be the single worst for this.
Oh
One
yeah.
day I'll finish Godchard. Is that there will be canon stuff in a movie, and the issue with that when it comes to something like Kamen Rider is that it will get released. The episodes will get released weekly. Either someone else will sub it, or now they'll release it on YouTube with subs. But the movies get released in cinema, and then you have to wait for the Blu-ray, which means it takes way longer, way longer for us to see it. And it's especially rough when it has content that is canon to the story of the show. Why I wanted to wait.
Oh, isn't that always fun?
It took so long for it to come.
I hate.
And it got passed over.
I mean, that's probably worse. Like that's definitely worse, but it's also like adjacent to putting new canon content in the recap episode.
They love doing that too. They love doing that.
Yeah, so then we did Q Ranger, then Gotcha, I never finished it, and then was it Dawn Brothers?
It may have been Dawn Brothers, yeah.
I want to say Dawn Brothers. What a fucking trip Dawn Brothers was, man.
Well, Dawn Brothers
One
may
day
have been before Beats. I don't know. The order of this is a little all over the place.
It's a little all over the place. It doesn't have to be exact though.
Exactly.
Especially, I think when we get to you, because you've watched so much, you just got to give a quick rundown because I will be here forever.
The entire
in fact, I'm taking too much time already, but I just because I feel like
the whole point of the show.
True enough. I just mean like I could be a little bit less verbose, but yeah. So then we Dawn Brothers, boy howdy, got to introduce me to your favorite writer, fucking Inoue.
Shiki Inoue.
Might be my fucking number one op. Affectionate. I still maintain to this day, I flip flop between. I think I enjoyed that too. I think I hate that with Dawn Brothers constantly. Like Dawn Brothers is such a fucking troll of a show. Like I don't think I'll ever forget how like just as soon as I was like, man, this in media res shit is kind of fucking annoying. It started to ramp up more and more. Like the gap between where it would start and where it would be like it would start in media res, and then the like gap between the story up to that point would get smaller and smaller to the point where it was like, as for how we got here, it takes like 5 seconds and then they get there. And it's like, you're doing this on purpose.
Joke. Yeah, it's clearly like a running joke at some point because it gets smaller and smaller.
And it's like, Inoue is a motherfucker. Affectionate.
I'll wait for us to eventually do fires.
For whatever I'll say, like for like whatever like negative things I like feelings I have about Dawn Brothers, it is one of the most memorable that I've seen 100%. Like I still think about it. And it's honestly actively one of the ones that like if I were to have a friend who's like, I have zero interest in like Toku, but I do want to watch something with you guys, that's probably the one I would pick. Just because it's like the fucking like funniest, craziest, like in most insane one. Because if you're telling me that you have genuinely like no interest in tokusatsu whatsoever, but you want to watch something with us, I'm throwing that on. Because I know that's gonna make someone feel something, right? Like you're going to feel something watching that. And then after that, we watched. I'm pretty sure we went to another Sentai. My fucking Goat. Uh, King Oger. Oh, I fucking love King Oger. I genuinely have nothing bad to say about King Oger. King Oger is goated. One of my favorites, maybe my favorite toku show so far.
It's
Um,
really up there. I remember
it
watching like with a buddy, and he had an issue with the show, and then the show rectified that immediately because of that's just how they wanted to deliver that story part, and it's like, oh,
was it King Racules and
yeah,
Jez?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, no, that like if I just I'm just a little bit of gushing about King Oju, and then we'll move on. But if I had to like point out one thing to be like, you need to understand that this show is moving different. That show is split up into 2 seasons, which apparently not a thing Sentai does. Like when I say it's split up into 2 seasons, I mean like season 1 has its entire own arc and that wraps up, and then season 2 is a continuation of that arc. Like it is not one prologue. Like Sentai is typically what, like 40 episodes, right? Something like that.
yeah. 50
Um,
episodes. Our average is like 50 episodes or 48,
50
something like
episodes
that.
on average. And they'll usually, it's just one long stretch of episodic, stuff leading, there's a
Hmm.
continuing plot, but it's for the most part, episode to episode. Uh, it King Oger is more like just 2 seasons of an anime. Like it is straight up like it is a very continuous like story, in arcs and shit happen, and like they pay off, and then they wrap up, and then a new arc starts carrying over shit from the first arc. Like it I don't do I want to like it's like, I'm not going to say specific spoilers, but I want to compare it to something that will like make you go, "Oh, okay, that's how it goes."
Oh,
So tune out for like probably literally, okay, I'm gonna say tune out and come back in like 30 seconds or less.
if you care about
Uh, if you care about
possible.
spoilers. Okay, all right, tune out. It follows the Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann like plot. It starts in small in one setting, and then it fucking expand like literally like Gurren Lagann. Like it just kind of follows that progression. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I can see that. Start out on grounded Earth and then go deal with space stuff.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all I'll say. Go watch King Oger. So it was probably less than 30
I'm
seconds.
still remembering when we're talking about something spoilery with Scriv, and he said, "Okay, 30 seconds," and then like 30
No, he
seconds
said 20
passed.
seconds.
Yeah, then time passed and nothing was said.
Like 15 seconds pass.
It happened again immediately. Oh,
Oh, so funny.
oh man. Anyway,
And then after King Oger, what was after King Oger? Was it Gav? No,
Ultraman.
Blazer.
Yeah.
Yes. No, movies actually. We watched the movies first.
Yes, I had you watch through the Belial saga, which is how I started watching Ultraman a bit later. But which is basically a series of movies to introduce. Wish we haven't finished one of these shows. Introduce the character named Belial and just the general concept of Ultraman. I think the first movie in that list, it's important because it is the first showing of Ultraman Belial, like a long-running antagonist, evil Ultraman to simplify it.
Pretty
Fantastic
much.
design. Although the first movie is a little confusing if you don't know anything about Ultraman.
It sure is.
I think it was the Revenge of Belial or Belial Strikes Back, something like that, is the second one. And I think the movie is very fun. And I think you had a lot more fun
I
with that.
still had a lot of fun with them. Oh yeah, they were absolutely
The
enjoyable.
introduction
Like,
of Glenfire, Mirror Knight, just all
oh,
of
fucking Glenfire is
Zero's
great.
team.
Yeah.
You actually spend time with Zero rather than Zero appearing at the end. Um,
And then we watched Blazer.
yes.
And
Just
Blazer is
fun.
actually like fantastic. Um, it if I were to like kind of like using the general like my knowledge of what I've seen so far and the vibes that I get, Sentai is aimed at children. Rider is aimed at teenagers, and it feels like Ultraman's aimed at like adults. Is that like a good read on it? Because that's what it
Hmm.
feels like so far.
I would actually say maybe, but generally speaking, I think like because there are a lot of like children stuff for Ultraman.
Yeah. Well, I guess when I say aimed at adults, I feel like I more so mean like it's not like an adult show, but what is there kind of harkens to like an adult's nostalgia, maybe.
Yeah. The thing about it's like the superhero time is it was basically a set of shows designed for everyone getting up ready in the morning and watch something in the morning. You know,
Mm,
the classic thing of that is you see all these openings. You can see on the screen right now. You see Q Rangers mirrored, but you can see the 7:30 time slot there, and that would be around that time. And you know, Ultraman Sentai, Kamen Rider, all around this time. It's basically shows designed for everyone in the family to watch. You'd have different things focusing on different like appeals and stuff, and really it depends on like the writer for the show. I've definitely seen some Ultraman that were a bit more silly in nature, but even then they do try to focus a bit more on stuff than depending on some of the Sentai you watch. But
yeah.
I would say generally speaking, yeah, that's a more accurate thing, especially something like Blazer. Like
Well, Blazer for sure. Blazer is like the most like feels like this is a more for like not just adult. But I could easily see maybe like the like almost intent is like an adult to watch with their kids.
yeah,
Uh, Especially considering the fact that the protagonist is a fucking dude in his 30s with his family. Like he has a kid and a wife, which is kind of crazy. Going from all this Rider and Sentai, where the MC's usually pretty fucking young, to just a dude in his 30s. It was kind of awesome, actually. It was really cool. And Blazer in general just has like a lot going on. it, it 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 was really cool to watch. I enjoyed it a lot. Also, the fucking miniatures and shit that they use, like the sets and stuff, fantastic. Like really good. Uh so yeah, Blazer and then Gav. I think it was Gav. Uh and
I have to finish that sometime.
we have to finish that as well. We didn't finish Gav.
That is my fault.
uh
Ain't gonna front.
and
That shit's my fault.
that's that's it, right? Like that's where it ends. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
No, forgot. Fuck, it's on the screen. It just showed up on the screen too. That's why it reminded me. We watched Boom Boonger. Um, that was a show, man. Well, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It starts off pretty decent, but I would say it fucking just starts spinning its wheels at the finish line, which is I think a very good metaphor. Pat on the back for myself there. Uh it just loses gas, man. It when you get to the end of that show, it is very not even the end. I would say the halfway point. It's just kind of mid. Like
oh
it's
yeah, I've got my
so
issues with Boom Boonja. Um, for me, it's the fact that it doesn't really know what it's going for
no.
a lot of the time.
No, it doesn't. It does not. It has no idea what it's trying to be or what it
Early on in
does.
the
Like
show, it
it's going
sets up
for.
like this big end goal of the giant race. You,
Yeah.
and you don't see it. um,
Nope.
then Michael Jackson appears. I'll say that with zero fucking context.
That's
Um,
accurate.
it's fine.
And then I think that's the end.
No,
Well, kind of.
there's
Oh,
still some shows we're continuing. Obviously there
well,
is for
I mean,
Ultraman. we did start a little bit of
Oh,
Seed.
yeah. I'm not counting those because we only watched a handful of episodes.
Yeah,
Like we did not watch because then we're counting fucking Hibiki, we're counting Fies, we're counting like
this is a little
Blade,
different.
which
That was more stuff just putting on like the first episode of check out. We're watching Seed. We watched like 4 episodes,
yeah, but I
maybe
still think
more.
that's not enough.
I think we watched maybe more.
Around four. Around four. I want to say either 4 or 6 episodes.
Um,
Uh,
and then obviously
not a lot.
Zeztz.
Whoa, so well, okay, that also like I mean, what's in the title?
We'll
So
go. We'll talk about that as later though.
yeah, but we're talking about the history. I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna bring up fucking the other Sentai that we didn't finish.
Oh.
Uh, yeah, because of controversy reasons.
Oh. Oof. Yes.
I forget what. So what? It was the one after King Oger. What was it called again?
Wasn't even after King Ojo. It was after Boom Boonja.
Was it after Boom Boonja? Really?
Yeah, it's the last. It's the last Sentai.
Oh wait, like last Sentai ever?
Yeah. Unless they bring it back.
Oh
Um.
right, because yeah. What? Wow. Okay, what happened there again?
So. To basically. By the way, it was Gojuga. That was it. Gojuga.
Right.
Weird issues with that show, controversy around an actress. She got replaced, and that kind of made us a little uncomfortable to continue watching it. Um, so I wish I could give a clear, easy answer as to whatever the fuck happened to Sentai. I really wish I could, because Toei is not giving a clear, easy answer as to whatever the fuck is going on with Sentai. It, to summarize it simply, they are just replacing it with something called Project Red, which is basically just a new tokusatsu project. Shorter episodes, 25 episodes, lower budget. It seems like a much lower budget.
That's crazy, man. How do you how do you get off doing that? That
The
feels weird.
kind of a reboot of the Space Sheriff Gavin stuff. It's a very confused IP. I haven't seen the show, so it's hard for me to say, but just in terms of like creation of it, it's very confusing. Um, I don't really know a lot of people who kind of are super huge on it. I remember like every single thing they said. Like there was a recent interview where that really illustrated nothing except for the confusion around it, which was basically Project Red. See if I can find it exactly, but basically to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Oh
I'll
shit.
find it.
No, you know what? I was gonna say, oh shit, I don't have the fucking mix it up overlay enabled. I probably shouldn't. I probably should not have that enabled. Lest the fucking recording just have a bunch of fucking ooey ooey ahs and fucking random ass videos playing on in the background. So don't enable those. I actually probably need to disable those. You're not gonna get that. I told you it's not enabled.
So, Jirakura interview for Project Red. Very simple summary. Mission assigned to Project Red, precisely to radically modify the format, one work to fit into another. However, everything is excessively different. The production may be too fragmented and lose the unity necessary to constitute a single brand. See, it's basically this brand new tokusatsu project of like a line of shows that are tangentially connected with like a leading red protagonist. So, not Sentai, but not really something else either. It's kind of not Gavin, but it is Gavin. It's
Why would you
but
stop Sentai? That's so weird, man. Like to
for this
something that's been
reason,
so long established to just be like, we're not doing that anymore. Like it's a
for,
tradition, man. It's a fucking culture, cultural thing. Like the so weird.
for this reason, we established a common element, something inherited from Super Sentai, a red character occupying the central position. So, red does not necessarily actually mean the color red.
What the
Fuck.
fuck does that mean?
And I remember saying,
Red, but not red.
I
Fucking
remember saying like my statement
colorblind
on
ass
like
dog.
Gavin is just like half the budget, half the recognizability. Is like how I feel about seeing anything about Gavan.
Half the
Um,
budget, half the recognizability is a crazy statement.
it's a very weird thing. Uh, yeah, we didn't finish because you got it's too awkward. Um, I kind of wish Sentai, if it were to end the way it did, ended on King Oja, because boy, that would have been a highlight. Just like a high point to end on. Um,
God, what a fuck ass
like shape
situation.
it.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's
uh, that's my history with Tokusatsu
well
and
that and
Peta.
Dogenjas.
Oh, and Dogengers. Oh my God, Dogengers. I almost
I can
forgot.
explain
How
more
could I
about
forget about
that.
Dogengers?
I'll cycle
Dogengers
back
is
around that because I
awesome.
got a lot to talk
But
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So my experience with Tokusatsu was very similar. I feel like a lot of people's first experience with Tokusatsu is maybe very similar to mine and Sal's, which seeing a clip. Now, technically, not the first time I've seen anything regarding it. The first time was probably Power Rangers Dino Thunder. There's an episode in which they are watching. The concept of the episode is basically they are watching a Japanese show adapting the stories of what they're doing, and it's just them watching an episode of Aber Ranger. Like it's just straight
Oh
up the
yeah, you
episode
told me
of
about
the
that.
yeah, and that's probably the thing people remember seeing the first from any Sentai is just seeing that and being like, what the fuck? Japanese Power
Didn't
Rangers.
they say that they like Abba Ranger was ripping them off?
Something along those lines of the episode, but it's like more playful than anything. Um, but outside of that, the first thing I ever saw was my friend Jez tagging me in a post on Facebook of an episode of Kamen Rider Exade, where that's the first thing to see, in which Kamen Rider Gem uses his dangerous. This will mean nothing to you, Sal, so don't worry. He uses
Mhm.
his dangerous zombie engine device, and the scene the
Oh,
first
Buffa.
time during the Christmas episode, and just not the whole scene, but like the first part of that scene, the transformation, a bit of the fight, and I remember staring at that scene, like in hands on the side of my head, like, "Fuck is going on?" Insane looking, like,
Yeah.
but not like that. I was like, "This is kind of cool," but it's insane. Like, as weird as the suits of XA look, I'll give it this. It has one, you get used to the suits as you go along. Two, that show has very good special effects. So the scene looked really good. But I remember seeing that as my first reaction to anything Toku, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I got into Toku further by looking into it. I started watching Kamen Rider Double, which is the black and green dual rider
Hmm.
by detective half boiled.
Seen so. I feel like I've seen very strong opinions about that one, like mostly positive.
It's
Seems to be
it's
a lot
it's
of
pretty
people.
decent. It's pretty decent. Though the first time I watched it, I actually dropped it. And
Oh,
I for a little while, I was just my first Toku getting into it. I just wasn't feeling the vibe. Um, and then seeing people talk about Toku more, like got me interested again. I was like, I'll give it another shot, and I ended up watching through. I watched through Double, watched the movie, which O's makes a cameo appearance. I watched O's,
oh.
and then I started watching Toku Weekly with Xaid. Watched that through. Obviously, I think after the Xaid, it was filled. So just started watching weekly from there. Just picking up random different shows as going along to try and remember the exact order as nightmare. I remember watching Ultraman first Ultraman I watched was Ultraman Orb. Very good default Ultraman. Eventually started watching the Belial series for Jeed. Started watching Sentai. I actually haven't seen that many Sentai.
That was
Um,
gonna be the thing that I was gonna bring up. It's kind of crazy because you started with Power Rangers, like Power Rangers you watched and like I'm assuming enjoyed. Uh, and then yeah, you went to Kamen Rider and you didn't even like really think about Sentai until a while later.
yeah. I gotta remember what the first one I even watched was.
The
Um,
same way that like your name is Galacta Pieta, but you actually haven't played a lot of Kirby games.
I played. I played these.
You played some. In
Technically, a lot
the
of
same way
just
that
super
you watched
style stuff.
some Power Rangers.
Um, I gotta think. Maybe the first Sentai I watched. Difficult. It may have been one of the ones that was coming out weekly. Oh, maybe it was Lupin Ranger versus Pad Ranger. That may have been my first Sentai. Very good. Two different teams, and they keep that up through the whole show. It's basically Phantom Thieves team, 3 people, versus police team, 3 people. And they have their different goals. Obviously, the police are there to try and stop the Phantom Thieves. Um, they keep that gimmick up of them fighting each other through the whole show. They do not give up on it. That show, very good. Some fun fact about that show: that show has some abysmal toys. It is some of the worst toys I've ever seen for a tokusatsu. It is kind of impressive.
Like badly designed or like just low quality.
Just ugly, just really ugly. The mech in that show. So the base mech for each team in that show, very good. The way the mechs get attachments and stuff, awful. Looks terrible.
Oh,
All the base mechs are fantastic. All the attachments they get, terrible. Something funny about that, despite how bad the toys for Lupin Rangers vs. Pat Rangers, that show, I don't know if it's still the case, but after the time of it, when the DVDs released, that show had the second highest sales for DVDs of any Sentai.
which means people really like the story. I have to imagine.
Yes, that show is just, it's not even a major plot thing, it's just character stuff most of the way through. And there's
Mm.
silly stuff
I
through
love me some
too.
good characterization.
But the show's just really well done. It's just a good ass show. Really likable characters.
Was it enough to make up for the toy
I'm pretty sure it
sales?
was. It's a lot of
Damn, that's
sales.
impressive, actually.
Um, Out of that, I think I started just watching. I want to say after that, I I do remember View Soldier being the next Sentai I watched, and because I ended up watching some Lupin Ridge Pat Ranger with some friends, because I really like getting friends to Tokusatsu. I like watching stuff with the shows. I like watching shows with people, me and myself included, that you wouldn't normally watch. And Tokusatsu to me feels that niche perfectly. And I managed to
Mm-hmm.
get some friends into Lupin Ridge Fat Ranger because a friend of mine really likes the history of the stories of Phantom Thieves. I was able to get him in through that. And we all watched through that show, and we all really liked that show quite a lot. And then I was like, cool, we'll just do the next one.
Uh,
It was Ryusoulga. And that show has a really bad first episode. Really bad first episode. And we did
how's
not end up
that?
continuing it. I have not
How
continued
bad?
Ryusoulga. It's just way too many things happening at once. There's like
Mm.
character deaths in it, but like it's like mentor. There's no spoilers. There's really like very like semaphore, like speaking in like death flags. It's really rough. There's just the pacing is just psychotic in the first episode. And
Yeah, unlike Dawn Brothers. A fantastic pacing on that one.
it,
Oh, but he makes it work.
you're not introduced to every character in the first episode.
No, you're just introduced to the most, insane shit ever that may or may not have a follow up. Who knows?
It's different in a different. It's insane in a different way, where it's just way too fast paced.
I'm just not a
Um.
criticism. I want to make this clear. It's not
Oh
a
yeah.
criticism. It is one of its strengths.
Oh, but I mean for like Resoldier, like it's just
Yeah,
too
yeah,
much
I'm
happens
just
at
saying for Dawn
once.
Brothers.
Yeah.
I will shit on Dawn Brothers with the most affection possible. I just need you guys to know.
Didn't end up watching that, although I actually did manage to. Yeah, I actually can't remember if I watched it as the group with them or not. Um, Watching Hero Major. Uh, I either watched that was as a group or I just watched it with Jess. Hero Major is very good, very fun. If any of you have watched any Precure or Magical Girl stuff, Star Twinkle Precure and Kira Major are very spiritually similar, especially the main character having this power of imagination. Drawing is very cute. Kira Major is very fun, gorgeous mech,
We
great
count? Do we?
characters.
No, we don't. I was gonna
It,
say, wait, do we count Precure for like Toku? And it's like,
no,
no, it's not live action.
I like to say it's Toku as a joke, but it's
But it's not. I
not.
think. I think it has to be live action, right? Like it
It,
does.
it's spiritually inspired by the way like the show. It's animated and set up in the show as if it was that, but it's not. Um,
Yeah.
Outside of that, just a bunch of Ultramen. I've seen Orb. I've seen Rube. I've seen Jeed. I've seen Zed. I've seen Laser. For Kamen Rider, I have seen all of the second half Heisei stuff. I have seen most of the Reiwa shows. I have not seen. I did not watch Saber. I kind of fell off of Saber. Oh, there's just too many characters off the bat, and not in a way that I found super enjoyable. Maybe I'll go through it one day. For early Heisei, the only ones I haven't seen, it's probably easy to say, is I actually haven't seen Miyuki, which is crazy to me. Haven't seen Kuga. Haven't
We
seen
watched a little.
Kabuto.
No, we started it. We did watch some of it, but we
Some,
didn't watch a lot of it.
but very early, like 10 episodes
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen Kabuto or Decade, but I'm leaving Decade last because I feel like it's going to be weird for me to watch Decade before I watch any of the rest of the Heisei stuff.
It was the big anniversary show, right?
I haven't seen, yeah, kind of. The show that any fun fact, Decade is a show that has a preview for a final episode that does not exist because it got cancelled. And its story got concluded in a half-length movie because early Heisei like to do this thing where they had a movie where half the plot was one show, half the plot was another, and they'd sometimes coincide. I'm glad they stopped doing that. They're pretty bad.
It's so
Because
insane.
sometimes they would just put something important in there. Thought about what I talked about before, where there will just be something important referenced, and it'll be in one of those things. W is really bad for that because they really like referencing the thing that's in that special, and you have no fucking clue what they're talking about unless you've seen it. I
The
have
idea
not
of a
seen.
preview that like a finale that doesn't exist is just so fucking funny to me. Imagine a
It's
kid just
really
being
fun.
like carrying that for years, being like, when are they going to release that final episode?
That's the type of thing that
Where's
drive
my
a kid
promised
crazy.
future?
Um, I haven't seen any of the Showa stuff. In Amazons, I've seen Black Sun. Unfortunately, Black Sun very bad. Amazon season 1 pretty neat, worth watching. Amazon season 2, maybe the one of the worst single shows I've ever seen in my entire life. It's just fucking abysmal. It's unreal. My favorite Kamen Rider is Faiz. Dio.
Oh, your
Maybe
favorite one is
it's
Fies. Who is that written by?
that's written by my favorite Kamen Rider writer and Tokusatsu writer Toshiki Inoue, who writes my favorite shows like Eva, Faiz, Gun Brothers, along those lines.
Be really funny if you didn't mention Don Brother.
Oh, just did that. He's done a lot of stuff. He's very prolific. Prolific. Probably said that right the first time, but
You did.
I have to make sure it's noted. Hibiki is also like a very endearing Kamen Rider show. I can't exactly say the specific history of it, but I do know that it wasn't originally intended to be a Kamen Rider show.
You can
But
feel it for sure.
it was later
Like
turned into one.
right off the bat, because we watched the first episode, and like right away, I could tell this does not feel like a Kamen Rider show.
For that, I love it
Feels
a
very
lot.
different.
It the vibe I get, like the feeling I had watching Hibiki was just so nice. Like, it was so comfy watching that show. For anyone not knowing, the main character of Hibiki is actually like a kid in school, and is not the main writer. The main writer is his mentor, and the show is basically a coming of age story where that kid just goes through his life, and you see the different points of view from different Kamen Riders that are around that guy, and also Hibiki himself, which is the main rider. And it is a very good show, very comfy show. Intro very different, and the ending song outstanding. For me, the ending song for Hibiki is basically the main theme of the show. And I there's not really much to say else. Oh,
No, just talking about like his mentor being the writer, but it's like for some reason that reminded me, and we'll get to there. We didn't get far into Kuga, but in Kuga, Godai's inspiration for doing what he does and being the kind of person he is so interesting because it's almost like profoundly mundane. Uh, it's like I think he's like he revisits an old school of his. I don't remember if it's like being shut down, uh, but he just meets with a teacher that he really liked, and this teacher left a great impression on him. Uh, and a lot of like Godai's conflict in Kuga comes from like he's a very optimistic and like cheerful person in a very like brutally real world. Like those Grongi are not they're not chill. and the police drama is very like dire. But like he just gets some words from his teacher that, like I said, it's not like it's a big like backstory moment. It's not like he doesn't have his like big Uncle Ben or anything like that. No, it's just his teacher gave him some like very like strong words that like resonated with him, and he held on to that. And it's like, yeah, it's like very like beautifully mundane. Uh, yeah, when we get the I really 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 want to get back to Kuga one of these days because it's so it is very like dramatic in a very like sincere and endearing way. I enjoyed it a lot. Anyways, sorry about that little tangent. Hey, but what is a podcast without tangents?
I couldn't agree more, honestly. As for main subject of this episode, outside, well, I guess that was the main subject, just introduction.
Well, so
where
I'm assuming
are.
that's the wrap up of like your
Oh yeah, no,
history with Tokyo.
My history is all over the place. Like, yeah,
well, because you have like fucking like it sounds like about fucking decade, except not that decade. I fucking cut you off at the pass. Yeah, it sounds like you have like a lot. So yeah, of course it's gonna be like a little sketch. You're not gonna fucking remember the exact timeline, and that's fine.
Just giving them shows that I have watched.
General like overview. But with that, we can move on to today's main topic, aside from the previous main topic, and that topic being Kamen Rider Zeztz, which is nothing currently airing. I don't think it's finished, right?
No, not quite. It's got
okay. Currently finishing. Currently wrapping up season of Kamen Rider, and we decided, well, perfect time if it is, we'll start the podcast off with the currently airing almost finished thing.
So you didn't even realize that it was in the end.
No, I thought it was like we started this. I told Peter, it's like, dude, we can't do Zeztz. It's like, how are we gonna do like 4 episodes? It's like it's fucking still airing. Like it's like we don't have enough episodes. And you're like, it's almost finished, man. And I'm like, what? What? Wasn't it just announced? uh,
And then you looked at like
so
Myth, and you're like, "Oh God, yeah."
oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, fuck, I forgot the Zodiac shit. Uh, and yeah, here we are. So we have watched the first 4 episodes of Zeztz. Uh, me and you, Peter, along with other members of the Discord. Which, hey, a little plug. If you would like to join us, we actually do watch these episodes together. You can head on over to the Discord. Oh god, I wish I could like force the bot to do the command because there's a command and I don't remember how to get it going. Um, shit. Whatever. I'll include the for the podcast listeners. I'll include the Discord link in the description probably. But yeah, we do have little watch parties over there, and you can like hang out. We watch it all together every Saturday at 5 p.m. PST. Uh, so come on down, plug over. Uh, and yeah, we watched the first 4 episodes, and we're gonna talk about them. Took some notes. Uh,
First, I
so
actually would like to
let's.
say,
Oh,
talk about Zets. I also want to talk about like the history about like the writer for Zets quickly.
the
With the main
writer.
like
Ooh.
Yuya Takahashi is the main writer for the show, and probably the most recurring writer, writer in recent times. They have so far written every 3 shows since Kamen Rider Exade has been Yuya Takahashi. So from
Oh.
Exade, the 01, the Geats to Zets are all Yuya Takahashi. And very funny because I remember watching Exade and really enjoying the show overall. 01, I felt I felt the same way about 01 I felt about Boom Boonja. Just okay.
Oh wow.
Um
That's a damnation.
so and a lot of that came from like feeling like a lot of the stuff he writes felt too similar. Like 01, Exade, very similar shows overall, but I think Exade handled a lot better. So when it was announced that Geats being done by Yuya Takahashi, myself and a lot of other people were like, oh, yeah. Oh boy. I remember even like in bad faith making like a little bingo sheet to make along through the
Ooh.
show of all the stuff, the checklist, and while
The
some of
fucking
it was checked,
slander you're getting ready for.
I ended up really, really enjoying Geats a lot. One of my favorite writer shows, to be quite honest. Um, he really just kind of seemed like 01 was kind of a misfire. It just didn't work out. And I will say, to be fair to 01, that show did get hit with a lot of COVID issues about halfway through.
Ooh.
Um, the couple
Yeah,
shows
that'll
around that
that'll ruin a
time,
lot.
a lot of shows around that time have that kind of issue. The Red Vice and 01 have those issues. But no, I think Yu Takahashi is kind of proving himself quite a bit, especially with Zets.
Yeah,
The
we'll see
premise for
like how it holds
Zets
up in Zets, right?
is, yeah, I I'll talk about more as we go along, but so far I'm more ahead than you, and I'm enjoying the show. Yeah. Premise of this show is, oh, secret agent. Where is he? Main character Baku is a secret agent in his dreams, dealing with nightmares. Like take along Sal.
Well, so yeah, okay. One thing to get it out of the way real quick. If you're wondering about the structure of this podcast, me too. We don't have a
Yeah,
structure.
if
All
you
I
sound
was planning on
confused,
doing was because we watch these episodes and I write down notes of things that I take an interest in and will plan to talk about in the episode. Peter also has his own notes. I don't know what his notes are. I was just gonna take this as a we'll go episode by episode, kind of going down my list of things I wrote down as I watched it. and
I
trying
think
to give
that's what
like
we'll
a
do.
general like episode like recap as well as like our thoughts and feelings on it. So the first note that I have is so episode 1, Zeztz is called Start, which is where we're starting. We are basically like the thing starts out with kind of like this news broadcast of like an event of like a like terrorist organization or no crime syndicate called the Heartless Crime Syndicate, which was a pretty cool name. And then in the like first like 5 minutes, they're just completely like sauceless. Like they just bumble fuck around, and uh, you have uh your main like suave protagonist, secret agent man, run in
Agent 7.
with his Agent 7 with his and I have written here with a question mark sentient cowlick. Cuz it like like twitches and reacts in this scene. Um and it's like it just caught me off guard. He's doing a bunch of like cool secret agent shit, taking down the baddies. And also like they try to do this like neat thing, but half-ass it, in which with along with all the action, bullets flying and like things being swung and fists flying, uh credits will appear almost diegetically, except not really. It's pretty lazy. Like someone will shoot the wall and just all the like kanji will show up, and it's like you didn't really try there, did you? Like that was like one, maybe two bullets, and like just all the words appear. It's like you could have you could have tried a little bit harder because the
Some
idea
of
is
them are
cool.
better than the others. Like the bullet flying across the screen will have it on there. That's much
Yeah,
smoother. Some of them
it's
are a little
way
bit rougher.
smoother. Yeah, it feels like some of them they just gave up on. It's like I can't think of anything here, man. And uh oh yeah, the damsel that he's saving, he needs to like reload and just pulls out a clip from her back of her dress, and I was like, why the fuck did she have? Where did that come? Why did she have that? Why was that there? Why did he know to look there? Why did she have that on her? Why was she packing? And just a bunch of insane shit happens. Like, oh yeah, the fucking they like flee the scene by exiting, like they're running through the building and like opening doors, and then they get to a door that just leads to the edge of the building, like it's just they open the door and it's just a fucking like nothing. There's just nothing there. It's just the exit of the building, and I'm like, well, that has to be an OSHA violation. Who the fuck put that there? And then they jump out and like they start like falling, and then he wakes up and it's a dream, and you're like, I was like, oh, it's okay, I get it, it's a dream. And this is where I had not put it together until Peter pointed it out, because Zeztz, I didn't know what the theming was for the show. I had no idea. I went into this completely blind.
Probably
And
the best case scenario, honestly, given that intro.
PETA pointed out that it's like Zeztz 3Z's ZZZ. It's sleeping, like it's dream themed, and I was like, oh, and we are
But
introduced to
even
the
better
fact
than that too. He's also a sleeper agent.
Oh, fuck off, man! I didn't even put that together. That's so pissing me off in a good way. I have written here, most assuredly a typo. Boar is a lucid dreamer, which I'm pretty sure I meant to say bro. Yeah, our protagonist.
That's a really weird spelling of Baku. You meant bro.
I really fucked up. Hey, a different language is pronounced like that in Spanish. You wouldn't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
Baku
how
is
names work,
a lucid dreamer. And I had a question. I still haven't looked it up. I meant to look it up, but like, is lucid dreaming real? Is that like a real fucking thing? Also, is it healthy? I feel like that's not healthy. I feel like if your brain is active enough to like conjure vivid imaginations and do what you want, it's probably too active to get proper rest. But what do I know?
See, I also don't know, but my thought process is if you're able to lucid dream, you must be deep enough in a REM sleep to do that. It means you must be getting enough rest.
Who knows? I mean, also my thing with it is that like I wonder how much of it is actually you controlling, like like you controlling it like you think you are, or you think you're controlling it but you're not. Like it is just like like it's one of those things where it's like, and we'll get to this later, but like people think they do or say things in their dreams when it's like that is your waking brain's like logic trying to like conceptualize what was happening. But what was actually happening in your dreams is nowhere near what that actually was. Like what was happening in your dreams was essentially gibberish. Uh but who knows? For the purposes of this show, lucid dreaming works exactly like it says it does. You can just make shit happen. Um, we're introduced to his sister, which he supports. They seem to live at home or an
Rather,
apartment.
she supports him.
Oh, she support. Well, they support each other. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro is repping that jobless lifestyle. Um, yeah, trying to find a job in this economy. Just that shit hits close to home. That's my guy right there. He represents me. Where he just cannot get a fucking job. None of these jobs not hire him. And although he says he's at an interview, and I think he's asked like one of those questions like, why do you want to work here? Or what is it that you want to do? And he says something along the lines of every job has someone that helps people, to which I wrote in all caps, untrue. That is a lie. That is not every job. Bro forgot about landlords and cops. Um we also learn a little bit after that. Well, so what happens is he's in the interview and he notices a kid essentially be kidnapped. A guy, a mom and her son, I think it was a son, maybe daughter, whatever, her kid are taking a break, and the mom, for whatever reason, looks away. She's not paying attention, and a guy just walks up, grabs the kid's hand, and walks away with the kid. And Baku sees it, but he doesn't have enough context. He doesn't know, like, oh, maybe that's her father. He doesn't know, but he notices it. And it isn't until the lady starts panicking and asking for a child where he's like, oh shit, that's a kidnapper. And bolts to action and tries to run out and rescue the kid. In the process, he gets hit by a truck or a van. And when inspected, nobody's in the van. I think this is the first glimpse of what I assume to be the main antagonist we get. A guy in a white suit who's repping a haircut he's way too old for. I've described this guy as having like the head shape of a young person with the skin texture of an old person.
He is 32.
32. He does not look 32. I mean, I guess if you take the averages of his like young features and old features, maybe he does not look 32 though.
It's not the opposite of the thing with the actor who plays Sugar in Osuga and Gav, where everyone kept calling him old, and then I looked him up and he was like 50, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was so funny. And I was like, because we were like, that dude is not old. What the fuck? And then you looked it up and you're like, what? Damn.
That's like people talking about like,
dude, he looks younger than Sakurai.
that was like people talking about the new Spider-Man, and no spoilers, but like talking about like in that year of the Spider-Man movie, Aunt May being 60, and people talking about like, okay, you expect us to believe that she's 60, and people looked up in real life, she's 60, and it's like, what? Some people just aged really fucking well.
Yeah, and so we're led to believe that that guy had something to do with it. I'm unsure as of now. He just disappears, I'm pretty sure. And Baku is left hospitalized. He gets knocked out real bad. And he comes to in the hospital alongside his sister. And this is where we learn that Baku has extraordinarily, like a superpower, bad luck. Like, he is unlucky. He is undead unlucky. And this ranges from shark attacks to lightning to a goddamn meteorite. And at that point, I'm like, these are fatal. What do you mean? Like, this you don't just get hit by this shit. And I'm like, yeah, no, I walk it, I brush it off. Uh, he should be dead. But he's not. So I guess he also has superhuman endurance. I know you said it was a small meteorite. That doesn't matter. It's a meteorite. It's, you know how fast it's traveling. Peter, a penny could be like fatal under the right conditions.
I wasn't excusing it. You just said a meteor, and I had to explain that it was a smaller one, so it wasn't like instant death. Now it's still pretty bad.
I still
You will
think it
see
would be instant
context.
death.
You will see context later, but to give you context, it does just like shoot through him, like, so it was really bad. Again, it was in the newspaper. Of course, it was bad. Like that's the whole point. That is bad.
um,
They also talk about his unnatural recovery.
and yeah, speaking of recovery, he needs to recover. So he goes back to rest. And he gets right back to lucid dreaming. At some point, and I just have it written here, Freaky Odd Door got two people hugging themselves. And I don't remember why we get introduced to that scene of the door. I think it's just like an establishing shot meant to be like, ooh, look at this
It
door,
does have
right?
relevance.
Well, it does have relevance, but I think in that moment, you're not told why.
No,
It just shows you the door. And I think, do we get introduced to the police chief here, or is it we get introduced to more of the secret agent stuff here? Because what I have written next is, in all caps, do not call them black cases. I think it was the police stuff, because
it's the
I was
detective
like,
guy. Yes,
specifically in your precinct, in your little police chief hut. Don't call him that. Yeah, and they're talking about, is this them establishing the paranormal division?
yes, and Hodaka, I think that's her name, is talking about like she got moved to the paranormal branch, and she sees it as a
Yes,
demotion, and she fucking hates it.
correct. Yeah, so
Find
we're
out more about
introduced
that
to
later.
a police woman who, well, we don't know if she's a police woman. She could be. We just know that she works at the police department. Um, and
No,
she's
we
being
do,
transferred to.
at least like
Oh, do we?
mostly.
Is she a policewoman or is she like a detective? What is she?
Works at the police department.
That's what I said. I specifically said we don't know that she's a policewoman. You're like, we do, and I'm like, oh, okay, then what is she? And you're like,
Yeah, close enough.
But yeah, we just know that she's getting transferred, and she views it as a demotion, and she's probably right. Especially because, and we'll get to this later, but they fucking shut the thing down in like 2 days. But we cut back to um the dream world stuff, and we either have already been or getting introduced to uh Mr. Gunhead. I don't remember his name.
Just gun nightmare.
It's just gun nightmare. Very sick ass design, like especially for like the first like baddie. He's just like evil gunhead, like Toku villain. It looks cool. Shooting shit, and uh skipped up. We how how does he get the belt?
So he's being chased by the gun nightmare, and he builds up a lot of confidence when he realizes that it's just a dream. However, he kind of has this issue where even though it's just a dream, he's still being thrown around and he's getting chased. And he
Right.
gets cornered in
Oh
back.
yeah, and they use like a bunch of like dream logic to fight because well, it's a dream, right? And like
Yep.
weird shit has happened. Like spaces don't make sense. Like it's all non-Euclidean. Doors lead to the same room and shit like that. Stairs go in infinite loops and stuff. And it's like it's really cool idea wise. However, the execution is very low budget. I would have loved if they had sets and make them reusable. It'd be fine if you reuse the sets over and over as long as they are cool. But instead they use very cheap camera stuff where it's just like the same footage will be played over again. To give like it's he's looping and it's like, but it just you could clearly tell it's the exact same footage and it just jump cuts and it's like okay, I like the idea. Unfortunately, execution is pretty subpar. Hey guys, here with a quick little addendum. From this point forward, for some reason, Peta's audio begins to warble between the left and right audio channel. It's not the worst thing in the world. He's still intelligible, but it is noticeable enough for me to make this and point it out and give you guys a heads up. So yeah, just be aware. Let's get back to the podcast.
But basically, he's being chased around, and he brings up a bit more courage. He talks about not having a dream because, as you find out later, these nightmares are basically trying to enact a sort of nightmare that they are afraid of deep within themselves. And for Baku, that is, the inability to reach whatever you want to do, save people and protect them. And eventually, as he's being chased, he falls through into what is essentially his just little hub area, and he meets Agent Zero. What the word agent?
Is this the part where he starts like getting like drowned or after? Is it after this? Because I remember the gun. Yeah. The so also it should be known that Zero, I think exclusively to this at least at this point, speaks English.
Yes.
And it is very like PS2 era English like dubbing affectionate. It's very like bad good. I enjoy his it's not broken English. It's just very like very obviously ESL. Like it is your second language. The music that plays when he gets his belt is also very like good. Like it is a very good track. I I don't hate most of the soundtrack to the show. I'm not even gonna say that because it makes it sound like I don't like it. It's fine, but that track initially when he gets his belt is like that one stuck with me. I don't know. It sounded really good and unique, and I liked it. And unfortunately, like it doesn't really sound like that for the rest of the show. It kind of sounds more like Geats. If I had to like compare it, like the sound like the soundtrack reminds me of Geats.
We'll definitely get more.
Makes sense. Yeah, so like the MC also gets like drowned by the antagonist of by Mr. Gun Nightmare. And he dying in the dream, you die in real life. Like straight up. Like the moment and it's not like the funny thing is that like he's drowned. He like his head gets dunked in the water for like a couple seconds. He's very clearly still alive. Immediately flatlines in real life. Like not even dead, like dying will kill you. Like if you're in the process of dying, your body says, "Well, I'm dead already. Might as well just give up." Uh, and like he flatlines for like a while. Like it's not like 1-2 seconds. It's like no, he flatlines for a good few seconds. Um, but putting on the belt revitalizes him. Uh, and we get our episode when we get our henshin. Uh, and we get the suit, and I really, really, really like how sleek the suit is. Like the suit is very like form
Very clean.
fitting and clean. Uh, and it like immediately goes in for the Johnny Cage special. Fucking decks him in the nuts. Uh, and the theming again because I didn't know what the theming was. But the theming is yes, uh, like dreams and sleep, but also secret agent and like luck, uh, in the form of like slot machines, because the Z's like when they show up start out as sevens like 777, and then get an extra line underneath for
All
to turn
strapped
the sevens
through.
into Z's,
Mm.
yeah. And it's like really really like jam packing that theming, uh and like the visuals. It's a very like it is a very like fun and cool like I see, uh but also just like it is it. I don't know. I think it like can I call it clever? I don't know, but I do like I it feels like fun to me at the very least to be like finding fun ways to like make all these themes and imagery like fit together. Uh so I like it so far. Um, I will say, I guess like at least in like terms of like design, doesn't really come across. Like if you get like an immediate look at Zeztz, right, with zero context, you wouldn't really be able to like piece together what his theme is. I mean, when you first saw the suit design, what was your thoughts?
That's an interesting question.
Because my thoughts, and this is from the limited token knowledge I have, is that like, oh, doesn't this look like? Isn't this like similar to the color scheme of the original like Kamen Rider? Like, is that what they're
That's
going for? Is this
definitely
like
what it's
a
going for as well, because it has the I think that's the major theme of it, because the main color scheme is the exact same, and the collar that Zets has is the red that represents the cape that the original
right?
Kamen Rider has. 01 similar in that regard, but I think this suit does a little bit better in that regard. Um, so I think that's mostly what it's going for. Um, yeah, the sleep stuff doesn't come across. I remember thinking the suit looked really sleek, but I wanted to. I
That
remember
yeah, I
feeling
could
like
give you that,
wanted to see more of it.
but the sleep does not come really like the dream stuff does not really come through. Um, and yeah, that he beats the baddie. I think a butterfly like yeah, a butterfly pops out, and you're like, whoa, what's that about?
Yeah,
Uh,
butterfly flies past and like absorbs all of the essence.
um, and oh, I think we were also I forgot to touch on this, but I think we find out that the damsel in distress was
Nem.
Nem, and at this point, you kind of led to believe that like uh obviously he's so well. First off, we have to Nem is like an idol basically. Like she's a big like pop star idol actress thing. Actress, I think she's an actress. Uh, and kind of led to believe that like, well, I mean, fucking Baku's just fantasizing about like uh this girl that he's infatuated with, right? Because she's a big actress. And then she shows up again at the end of like the dream, like when he beats Mr. Gunman. She shows up and uh like thanks Baku and then disappears again, and you're like, oh, so it is just like a dream. But well, I guess we'll get there. uh he wakes up from the dream, yada yada. We kind of established that, like, okay, uh uh he has this belt. It is given to him by Zero. Zero will contact him in the future, and he gets to enjoy this new little, he finally gets to be the secret agent he always dreamed of being, right?
Mm-hmm.
uh and he wakes up in the hospital bed with the fucking belt still attached to him, and he lets out like a funny ass yelp. uh and the police chief that was assigned to the paranormal
Basically, police
division.
chief, like a detective.
Oh, well, I guess he's a detective, but he's chief of the paranormal.
Yeah,
He's appointed as chief of the paranormal division.
yeah, fair enough,
Uh,
fair enough.
uh, uh, Notices this, uh, and sees Baku wake up with this fucking weird ass thing, and that's kind of where the episode like leaves off. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Uh, and we now head into. Well, I guess we should actually we'll stop there and discuss our thoughts on the first episode, and then we'll move on to the next episode.
yep.
Uh, Pretty solid first episode. Like, I think it does a good job, kind of just introducing its concepts and themes. Uh, Nothing like crazy. Nothing like makes you go like, what the fuck, like, like, whoa. It's more like, okay, this is what we're doing. All right, let's, this is what we're getting into. Cool. It's kind of like how I came out of it.
It's a very unique first episode. Obviously, this follows a lot of formula that a lot of Kamen Riders do. It's kind of hard to break away from that formula. I think the introduction and the breakaway from Little Dream is very cute. The introduction of the device itself, actual headship belt, being also on the chest and not on the waist. Very
Right,
different.
yeah, that's something I did not point out, but yeah, the belt is on the chest, not the waist. Very,
Like,
very, as far as I know, unique.
yeah, Myth will also be doing the same thing, but it appears that it can be used on the chest or the belt. However, part of this for Zeztz is, the theme of the heart stopping. They use it for that. Because when he, activates the belt, starts his heart up again, which starts his heart up in real life. When he's in the hospital bed, kind of
Yeah.
revitalizing his emotions in his dream, power of dreams, and what they mean. Be a big thing coming in the future. But his bad luck and his attitude, because all he wants to do is just take care of people. Very similar to a lot of other characters we've seen, either like Eiji or Tycoon.
Oh,
In
fucking
different
tycoon.
ways.
Ugh. Sorry, just reminded me.
But Baku's a very interesting character. Very much more else, but in this first episode, interesting stuff. See the care he and his
So
sister have for each other.
you say you called it a unique first episode. How is it unique from other like Kamen Rider episodes as a first, as far as first episodes go?
Well, like I said, it's about as unique as it can be. There's a lot of issues that trying to stand out compared to other Kamen Rider shows. I think the presentation adds a lot. Obviously, this is the thing where sometimes Kamen Rider shows will have a very unique introduction, and then they just kind of fall back into the standard stuff. Ghost kind of has this issue, although that's less of the fault of Ghost and more of the fact that they gave all the budget for Ghost to Amazons. Um, they didn't get to do any of the cool Ghost stuff they wanted. You could feel it, but as far as super unique stuff, for me, a lot of that comes down to obviously visuals, like I talked about, but also just overall presentation of the episode felt very succinct. Um, Sometimes you get kind of meanders along for when you get to the rider part, but obviously they all happen at the end. Although in some cases, Kamen Rider Wizard the first thing you see of the main characters in Transform, of the opening plays, early into the episode. Very that's different, but
It's funny that you point that out. Like, because like, despite the fact that it doesn't transform until like the end of the episode, it didn't feel like it really like dragged its feet or spun
no,
its
it
wheels. It did not feel like time was wasted.
exactly like if the story felt kind of like well wrapped up in the first episode, and that's kind of an issue some of these do, because something you'll notice is that like obviously episodes in Kamen Rider are usually episodic. They try to do part one, part two. Um, but the first episodes kind of have to feel like that, but all wrapped up in one. Especially, when sometimes the monster of the week they're dealing with is like the main character's version of that, and especially the case here, where it's his nightmare, it's the gun nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets wrapped up, but it doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel dragged on. It feels perfectly
I
neat.
wonder if we're ever gonna like run that back or elaborate on why his nightmare is the gun nightmare. I mean, we know they don't have parents. uh I do wonder if it's like planting the seeds for something later, or if it was just like, oh, don't think about it too much. We just wanted to have like an establishing setup because that's his nightmare, right? Like that was born from his like subconscious, right?
Yes.
Uh, so that was something I actually didn't think about it till now. Just because I didn't have context, right? But now that I have context, I'm like, oh, that's right. All this shit, like, at least in later episodes, has meaning. So I mean, this has to has meaning too. Uh, I wonder what if we will. I mean, I hope we wrap back around to this. I'm going to not think about it too hard because I feel like if I try to give it like this can go one of two ways. Is like if I think about it too hard, give it the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, maybe this does mean something, and then it doesn't follow up, and I'll be very disappointed. And if it does follow up, I would like to not have my own expectations. I would like to, watch the show as it is being shown to me. You know what I mean? Because that's something I
Yeah.
like have trouble with. Like, obviously, there is fun to be had in like picking up what the show is putting down, and then like being rewarded for it, because sometimes the shows do want you to do that, but then you can sometimes take it too far and you start like pulling at threads that might not be there, and fucking making your own things up, and it's like, oh, it's not any of that at all, and I'm actually like bummed that it wasn't. uh Not that I'm the type of person, I'm never really the type of person to like be like, oh, I thought it was going here and I kind of wanted this instead, and now I'm sad because it's not what I wanted. I actually kind of like dislike that a lot. Like, just I just enjoy the show on its own. Like, if the show does unique things and has like its own merits to stand on, enjoy it for those. Don't like build your own expectations and then be disappointed when those
Yeah.
expectations weren't met, despite the show never promising those expectations. Uh, so I tend to like try to just enjoy shows on their own as they present themselves. Uh, but yeah, wrapping back around, solid first episode, like genuinely, like just really solid. Which apparently is, I don't know how uncommon, but not exactly like, it is something. It is something worth noting, is what it sounds like. It's
It can
something
still
worth
a
talking
lot of them
about.
could be good, but some of them feel different than this, is what I mean to say.
Mm.
Unique may have been like a bad word because it makes it seem very different. Um
uh, we have episode 2, Explode.
yeah.
Uh,
I'll let you talk about your notes quickly. I will be right back. I just need to go pull
yeah.
it. I would not be able to form
Uh,
it.
well, I mean, I'll just have to wait because this was a 2-man podcast. How you
Oh,
doing, chat? Well, you know what? Actually, I'll take this opportunity to go refill my water because I'm thirsty, guys. I'm thirsty. I want water. I want to get my water. I'll be right back. We are now going on to episode 2, Explode. We are introduced to the main
I
villain.
found it.
Wow, nice. The bomber. The bomber nightmare.
Stop the bomber.
And this episode starts out in a dream in which our chief of the paranormal departments is there, chasing down Baku for some reason, and Nem is back. uh, so she's like a reoccurring character in these dreams, and I led to believe that she also shows up in all. Like, I think I'm going to assume that that is the real Nem, who also has the power to like go through all these dreams. She claims she's there to train for acting, like because she's in like her next role is like a police officer, or something to that effect. Thank you for that image, by the way. Um, and so she's she's in the dream as like a what is it like a substitute
Police chief for a day.
police chief for a day, yeah.
At least that's
uh
what Baku calls it.
and uh change herself to Baku because, well, I mean, she has to stop the bad guy. And we get a look at the bomber. His design's all right. uh Gallo pointed out, because like I was like, fuck, this designer, this head shape specifically, because the bomber has like a weird like hat, like golden, like it's like a bunch of coils or something around his head that reminded me of something. And as we were watching it, one of our viewers, Gallo, uh pointed out that they look like one of the fucking machine ladies from what's that game? Oh shit, I don't remember the name. Fuck. Hold on. Uh some Atomic Heart, that's what it was. Uh and yeah, I was like, that's it 100% what it reminded me of. It was so funny. Yeah, but the design's okay. A bunch of red and blue wires cuz you know it's a bomb. Uh and oh yeah, fucking uh the bomber blows up Zeztz, and Nem's also attached. Except after the explosion, she's just fucking gone. Like she just disappeared. Uh, uh, I have one of my notes here. What the fuck happened to Nem? She just fucking vanished because like they're together, chained together. They get exploded, and then the next time you see Zeztz, like in the next cut, she's just gone, and I'm like, okay. Where did she go? It's never addressed, I don't think. Um, but they get to fighting, and we get to see one of Zetz's like I think this is where it's shown. Maybe it was shown in the previous episode. I just didn't notice. But one of his like core like abilities in which he kind of enhances his muscles with a really weird like I don't even think it's CGI. I think they just like mask an effect over it.
I'm sorry.
It looks
The way he says something with CGI, like he can just do that.
you can just do that. Yeah, like that
Trying to hide
fucking
it.
one shaggy fucking Scooby Doo live action meme. But no, I don't think it's CGI. I think it's just like a weird mask like effect where they just like superimpose like veins on it and then fucking use the liquefy like tool and just expand it, and he just practices muscle expansion. It looks really weird. It doesn't look good, I'm gonna be so honest.
I think the use of it
And
is cool. Not the like a visual effect. I could see that looking really
like
good.
the ability is cool in theory. It's just that visually what they do it looks weird. It's kind of it's weird. It doesn't look great.
So
um
to summarize that, basically, you'll see more of this. Is you're able to use the capsums for their abilities at a lesser level, base level, maybe kind of lesser level for outside of the suit, just by having them. Like the capsules themselves hold power. Could have said that better, but
I think it got across the like having the devices imbues you with power, not
yeah.
the full extent of their power, but enough to fight with.
And for the Zeztz, our main character, the physicam, like what's it called? The main cast imbues him with like physical strength, allows him to be a lot
Mhm.
stronger than it would normally be. Very handy.
Um, he also when he transforms, because we see him transform here again. He like I know here like he splorts dream juice for some reason. I don't know why, but like
It's
a
crazy. I
bunch
actually
of
can't think of what that is either.
red orange liquid just shoots out of him for some reason. I
Dream
don't know
juice.
why. I can't think of anything that relates to theme wise for the character. You just
Do you not explore it when you wake up? Go to
I,
sleep, rather.
we did make a bunch of wet dream jokes. That's all we could think of. Um
So
and
the gunk in your eye, I guess.
now we actually get to see Zeztz himself use dream logic in the fights as he like pulls and warps the environment around him to like deflect attacks. Uh and the choreography is like really fucking good. Like I actually like
Oh yeah, all the
the way they're
physical choreo in
moving
the show
fight.
is very nice. Get to
Yes,
see more of
it's
that as we go
very
along.
good. It's actually one of the things I really liked about what was it called? Was it
It's
Gojuger? No. I was
oh
gonna talk
yes,
about it. The like, despite like what we said about that show, the one of the best things about it was the choreography was fucking
choreography was very good.
fantastic. It was really really good. Credit to those fucking stuntmen. Fucking fantastic job. Um, oh yeah. Also, I have it written here because I was not paying attention to what his fucking name was until now, and I just like know. Oh yeah, his name is Baku. Uh, was it Yorozu?
Yep.
Uh, I'm sure that has like some pun involved. Like I'm sure that means something. I don't know what it means. If anyone else does,
So
please let me know.
Baku is the name for like that dream tapir yokai.
Ah, well, see, there you go. um. Oh, so the bomber and Zets, duke it out. Bomber like succeeds. I don't know. Like, yes, I think he does succeed. Whatever he like, I don't know how the mechanics of this work exactly, but he essentially like persists long enough to escape, and we're shown the three like there's three doors.
Okay, yeah.
Of those freaky odd doors.
So
Uh,
basically, the conditions are they have to, well, rather they have to meet three conditions, and those are basically conditions that are further building up on the secret like nightmare desire that the person holds within themselves.
oh yeah, this should also be noted. Because you stated it earlier, and the reason I didn't like elaborate on it was because I wanted to go along with the context we had at the time because we didn't have a lot of context. Uh, these nightmares are born out of a person's subconsciousness, but just because they're called nightmares does not mean that like they are the fears of the person. No, in fact, it seems to be that these are the subconscious desires of people, like their id, essentially, like what they wish to happen, like before the ego and like the conscience and the guilt kick in, essentially. Um, so yeah, these are like their inner desire, uninhibited desires. Uh, and what Baku is trying to figure out is like whose desire is this? Like what? Like who is like who desires basically to bomb things, right? Who who's like basically like a Unabomber fanboy? Like why do they want to explode things? Uh,
And another part of that
and
is when he's trying to use his lucid dreaming, control the dream. It's not as successful right away as it is normally for him because as far as he's concerned, he's still in his own dream. But
Yeah, it's not. Well, we'll get there.
yeah,
And the bomber escapes. Uh, the I forget the paranormal chief. He shows up again and tries to basically arrest Zeztz. Which Zeztz is still confused at this point. It's like, what? Why me? Like, I'm the one trying to like stop the bomber here. And then they wake up, right? I'm pretty sure he comes to is alarmed out of his dream. And we cut to the paranormal division, I think. We cut to what's her name, the police woman.
oh
I'm
yeah,
just gonna, I don't remember her name. But she's walking out trying to find her new office. And she's like led outside, and she's like looking around very confused until she notices a truck with a cloth over it and a sign that says paranormal division, like department. And like she just has like the
Nazca, that's her
most
name.
like Nazca.
Yep.
Okay, and she just has the most like defeated look on her face as she realizes this truck is her new base of operations. She walks up to it and for some reason does like a dive roll into it.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know why. She could have just climbed in, but she decided to like dive in. Um, and she meets the chief. Which do you have his name? I
Yeah,
forget his name.
Fujimi. Tetsuya Fujimi.
Fujimi. Okay. Uh, and so she finds Fujimi there, and tries to pay respects. Um, he's a bit of a crazy nut. Uh, and he's basically having his own Pepe Sylvia moment, trying to like decode and solve like these black cases. And uh, he's insane. He's like fucking like rambling basically, and you can see Nazca basically just die inside. The police the Fujimi is a character. He is a fucking character. Uh, and he manages to like connect some dots to uh Baku. Off based off of what? Not sure. I don't remember why he connects those dots.
He saw him in the
Uh,
hospital with the thing.
I know he saw him in the hospital, but like with the
So
like
it's
nightmare,
multiple
like
things. So he's connected to the part where he was hit by a car with no one in it. He recovered from the hospital extremely fast,
right, okay.
given that he was hit by a fucking car. Uh,
And at this point, I'm pretty sure. Does he mention that he saw like the belt in his dreams?
oh what? Fujimi?
Yeah.
Um,
Like, does he
oh,
mention the dream he had about the bomber?
they talk about sharing the same dream, like they remember having the same.
Well, that comes
event.
later though. Cause this is I'm still talking about the scene where she's talking to Nazca in the truck
Okay.
and how they need
I
to go
don't
chase
remember.
Baku down.
They talk about the belt a little when they find him, but I don't remember if
Yeah,
Fujimi
so
mentions the
well,
belt.
they go staking out to look for him, and they find him pretty easily
Oh,
in the most fucking like bro
vicious.
is like suspicious. Like, why didn't he just like hide the belt around like his waist or something under his shirt? No, he's holding it like his hands are like tucked underneath his shirt, like from the bottom, and he's like he's trying to fake being pregnant. It is just like the most obvious shit ever. And he like does this like look around and smile like he thinks he's being sneaky. Uh, and they immediately catch him and startle him. I start questioning him, and somehow I forget how it gets brought up, but they eventually both come to find out that they have had the exact same dream, and then they both just start like geeking out over like it and each other and like their dream shit, and like they basically like from that point on share a brain cell, and like
You also want
again
to bring up
the other part of Nazca dies, whatever was
yeah.
left.
Also when Fujimi is like fucking geeking out over like the nightmare stuff, to talk about like the nightmares, because he mentions like, have you heard nightmares? He talks about like the monster, and then he starts freaking out, and Nazca kicks him in like the back of their head basically,
Yeah.
and like he just like jumps and goes nightmare, like you think it's
Oh yeah, they also talk about her name, the actress's name. It wasn't Nem, it was Rem, wasn't it?
no nem.
Is it Nem? I thought it was
Are you thinking
Rem
about like
because it's like
REM sleep?
REM
Yeah,
sleep. Yeah.
it probably still is
Um,
that, but
and then they talk about how they both saw her in the dream. And then I just wrote this down because I just found it very funny. Uh, and fucking uh Nazca just goes, well, yeah, everybody dreams about her. Like herself included.
oh
I just
yeah,
find
yeah,
very
yeah,
funny.
yeah. They're like, you saw Nemu's dream. It's like, yeah, they're both talking about like all the contents, like just yeah, talking about how everyone has them. Like both Fujimi and Asuka talk about
Yeah,
how
because they're like freaking out. It's like trying to explain how they had the same dream. It's like we both saw her in our dream, and she's like, "Yeah, so does everyone, like me too, myself included." It was
yeah.
just very funny. um, so they end up taking Baku back to the truck, and this is where like you learn that like for some reason everyone has a compulsion to roll into the truck because they all start doing it. They all dive in different ways into the truck for some reason, and it's like completely uncomfortable. And I think Nazca also like almost hits her head on like a fucking cabinet, uh, rolling into the truck. It's so weird.
Baku fucks up his roll so bad too. He like rolls a little bit and that's to crawl the way in.
Yeah. Um. More once again, the truck. They start talking again about like connecting dreams and stuff like that, and just reinforcing the fact that Baku and uh with Fujimi
Yeah.
uh share a brain cell. Like they again, they're just like on the exact same singular wavelength. Um, this is where we get some as they're talking about like dreams and stuff. They start to share their dreams, and we actually get like a foreshadowing of Fujimi's character, and that he's actually maybe not who he seems, and a little bit suspicious, because his dream ever since being a child is to be a cop. So you know he's not to be respected or trusted. Uh, and uh, I forget I forget what their conversation ultimately leads to, but essentially they're both on like the same page about the bomber. Uh he Baku ends up meeting up with his sister in a park, and they I forget what they were discussing. I don't think it was like super important. I think he was just explaining to her like where you know what he was doing, and he was talking about like his dreams and stuff. Uh, we get to see another instance of Baku's bad luck, uh, and this is where we learned that like his bad luck is like wildly inconsistent because it can vary from near fatal car accidents to should be fatal like meteor catastrophes to uh I stepped in poop, and like that can be bad. That could be his bad luck, and it's like that's not that bad, man. That's like I would take that. I would be like, thank God. I would be happy that I stepped in shit. If I was cursed with bad luck, that could kill me. Uh, we also learn that so Baku is contacted by Zero once again. Once they get home, however, uh, Baku doesn't understand a single word that Zero is saying because Baku's still speaking in English. But you might be asking, well, wasn't he speaking English before and he could understand him? Yes, but that's because Baku only understands English in his dreams. I don't, I don't think that's how that works. Uh, this reminds me of like that story of that woman who got into a coma, and when she woke up, she was speaking Chinese. Except I don't think she was actually speaking Chinese. I think she was speaking gibberish.
Yeah, but she thought it was Chinese.
She thought it was Chinese, and like just insisted that that's what she spoke and that it was Chinese. Except this is the reverse of that. In my life. In that he can speak English, but only in his dreams. And it's just very funny. So Zero has to start speaking to him in Japanese, but only in real life. We then get to see that at some point a secret base of operations has been installed in Baku's closet. Very like
first episode.
Secret Agent E. Like it's very like, you know, like super spy, you know, like type shit.
Type shit.
And yes, it is the exact same one from the first episode. And I guess we should note that like the secret spy base of operations has like a bunch of clocks and like time zones and different like languages all over, like slapped all over the place. Very very like dreamy esque, cause duh. And if you were thinking that maybe this was like a dream still, no, it's real. And Zero is also still speaking to him in Japanese because it's real. So no, it's just how it is. Then Baku's bike transforms because Zero has inhabited, or at least is using like the bike as like a surrogate body to contact Baku. And bro is straight up like a Viacon. Like it's a very sick design actually. And basically is kind of giving Baku the rundown of, you know, what they need to do, you know, the situation, the bomber, etc., whatnot. And they're like, all right, we need to roll out. And then Zero gets on his hands and knees. He doesn't transform. And Baku very slowly and awkwardly mounts him. It's a very fucking like silly scene. It made me laugh.
And he even goes.
And then like Zero just gives like the fucking like dumbest fucking line I ever heard. He says in his like PS2 English, sorry, it's just a witty joke. Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
The fuck is that mean? What are you talking about?
Yeah, sir, what the fuck are you talking about?
I love that scene.
It's so fucking goofy. And we learned that I've said that a lot this episode, I noticed.
I'm learning here today.
Because, and I noticed this specifically because This next thing I fucking wrote is not something we learned about. We just get introduced to the villain again, the major antagonist of the fuck ass cut. Um, and I just again every time he shows up, I note that like you are too old for that cut, sir. Um, but now he does introduce some new information, and we learn that nightmares, the baddies, manifest from one's subconscious. Like that is explicitly where they come from and why they manifest and how they are formed or informed rather is through the subconscious of the dreamer. Uh, is this where we learn? Like, I think we also learned that like here I did it again, man. I need new verbal tick established for this podcast for me specifically. Uh, but is this the part that they introduce the concept of like these are not Baku's dreams. Baku is entering other people's dreams.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's revealed that I think it's revealed here. If not, it was either earlier or later. Uh, this is well the only other person there. It's Fujimi's dream. Uh, because again we've established that Baku and Fujimi were like that was him. That was actually Fujimi in that dream. They shared that dream together. Uh and uh it was actually Baku who had like infiltrated it. Um and that's kind of where we leave off. Uh so yeah, this episode is pretty fucking like it's pretty like funny. It's actually like a very like funny episode. Like stuff does happen, but I think the most standout parts are like the funnier stuff. You get a little
Oh
bit
yeah, I
like
also
most.
mentioned when they're tailing Baku, like to lay low, they make a like Fujimi makes a cat noise, but instead of going like a
Oh
meow or
yeah,
whatever, he just shouts yes, and it
yeah,
fucking scares the
yeah.
shit out of Baku.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
Shut.
they fucking do like a fucking like try to do like a fake cat noise because they're like, isn't that suspicious? Let's like see. They basically try to like show like proof how antsy he is because if you're like trying to hide instead of sneak something, you're gonna get startled very easily. So they make a cat noise, but like Peter said, instead of making just like a meow or anything like that, he just goes like it's so fucking funny like out of nowhere, and like Nazca's just like you could have just done a normal hiss. Like why
And
did
then
you
he
do
still follows up by
that?
going, and he just keeps walking.
Yeah. Um. There's a lot of comedy in this episode. The action is really front loaded. Like the rest of it's just kind of like more establishing things and like connections with characters. Uh, pretty good follow up. It was just like a nice like let's let's establish some things and a little bit more lightheartedness in this and genuinely funny stuff. It's very goofy. What did you think, Peter?
For me, again, you kind of covered a lot as we talked through. I remember watching this episode first time, and this episode is just very funny. And I will go through as we see more in the show, but setting now, I really like Nazca and Fujimi. They are just very good characters, and they're very funny when they need to be.
Yeah.
Um, the actors do well. Also, bring up that Nazca. I was going to bring this up before. The actress is actually in other like Kamen Rider stuff.
You said she was in
Like,
Geats, right?
yes, she was. Um, say she was like the Lopo like wolf masked character. She was like
Hmm.
the one that was taking care of her family. So and we'll see some like other characters that would be worth noting when they come up later, who are in other like Goku stuff, but not worth mentioning right now.
Right, right.
That's what the rest of the episode. Yeah. Um, I like to see that like it's fleshing out. I'm glad. I'm really glad that because I've seen this at a couple other shows when characters like Fujimi and that are investigating like the main character, and it just takes too long for it to like be
Right.
revealed. I'm glad they just kind of already know off the bat, relatively anyway. Like you're still not completely there, but like it's just like kind of known. Like they know he has the belt. Um, talk about sharing genes, even if it's not like the situation's fully there. You know, at least it's not like snooping around the whole time.
Yeah,
Uh,
like it's pretty. It paces itself pretty good as to not waste your time.
mm-hmm.
All right, and
Yeah,
now
third episode. There's not much to say because I think we covered a lot of it.
right. So on to episode 3, Erode. Uh,
Right.
we first note I have here is that we are shown 3 doors. There are 3 doors of those freaky odd doors, and one of them is open as well. Whatever the bomber was doing seemed to open one of those doors up. Uh, and this is kind of where I put like two and two together. Uh, those doors represent like the progression of the nightmare and how many chances you have before the nightmare completes whatever it is that it's trying to do. So you get 3 shots or rather, Baku gets 3 shots to stop this nightmare before the nightmare succeeds. We
A lot of rules of
get to
three.
the rules of 3. Uh, we also get to see more Zero and learn that Zero, like Zero's machine body needs maintenance. As you know, well, it's a machine, of course it does. But the way he goes about it is like dressing it up like human activities. Like when he needs to refuel, he just puts it in a teacup. He puts his gasoline in a teacup and drinks it, even though
Tea
like
style fuel that
yeah,
looks and
tea.
smells like tea, but it's fuel.
Correct. Yeah, that's what he calls it, right? Tea styled fuel.
And even
uh,
Baku's like, why go through that effort?
yeah. uh, that's also very dangerous because, like, imagine Baku walks in, and it's like, ooh, tea. um, right off the bat, the paranormal affairs gets disbanded immediately, or dismantled. And you might be like, well, oh, has some time passed? No, it's only been like 2 days after the establishment of paranormal affairs. Um, yeah, no, the police chief is
Yeah,
just
they do
like,
give a reason as like there is like a new police chief, and it may not have been him who set up the paranormal investigation, but whoever was there in charge before, and because current one sees no use for it, because there's been no proof or anything, he disbands it very quickly.
yeah. And so, Fujimi, uh, understandably, or at least, you know, understandably to him, fucking losing it. He's having his little crash out. Um, Baku, I think it's alerted about bomber activity and uh fucking rushes to sleep and wastes no time. And by that I mean he sleeps with his entire fucking fit on. Like the bro is clothed completely and he just jumps in bed.
Not
And
only
I'm
that,
like, no, I know I'll get to that part.
yeah.
But like nasty ass motherfucker wearing all his clothes going to bed. That's uncomfortable. You dirty. You're
Have you ever done
wrong.
that?
No. Maybe
I
when I
have.
was a child.
I did that once in like school. I actually during school there was a period where I just slept in jeans.
Oh, you're nasty. You're nasty. Why do you do that? Don't. That's bad. Also, just it's uncomfortable and I hate it. uh, like at least put some like fucking pajama pants or fucking
Well, now I sleep
sweatpants
naked
on.
and just polar
Fucking
opposite
butt
of
ass
that.
naked. Fucking you get your fucking shit particles in the bed, man.
You're getting in there
Um,
anyway. You think your pants are stopping anything?
I That's at least a fucking layer, bro. You know there's a difference, all right? Don't fucking play
I
coy
clean
with
my
me.
bed constantly. It's fine.
um,
But anyway,
but yeah, so he, yeah, I have it written here. Baku went to sleep fully clothed, and that pisses me off. um, and then he just fucking knocks the fuck out like a rock. Like he's like thinking to himself, and it's like I need to get to bed, and he's like tucking himself in. It's like, all right, oh, and he
instant.
just fucking knocks out. um, and he is immediately arrested and put into the world's tiniest cell.
It's so
Uh,
small. Like height wise, it's like fucking like I don't know, a
well,
5 foot door.
specifically the cell itself is like a fairly decent size. It's the door. The
The
door is for some
door.
reason like entirely too small.
It is like a
Like
5 foot door. It is insanely tiny.
it is like a head and maybe more smaller than Baku.
Even
Like
smaller than
it's
Nem. It's
yeah, it's so weirdly I don't know why. And like you can excuse it by being like, well, it's dream logic, right? So like things just don't make sense, right? Because it's a dream. And maybe that's what they were going for. Maybe not. Who knows? It's very funny looking. I also noted that in that fucking uh, tiny door cell or tiny cell door room, whatever, uh,
what
there's
is this?
fluorescent lights and then just a normal light bulb next to it for some reason. Like the fucking wiring is all over the place. The
It's hard to
fluorescent
tell
lights
what's intentional or not.
go unused. um, It's also we've seen the moon multiple times, but I only noticed it here. The moon's got like a dented head. Like the moon just like missing a piece of itself, and there's a reason I use dented specifically because it looks like the moon got hit on the head with like a hammer or like a golf ball, and like it just like caved in. It's very funny looking.
It's like you scooped out the entire inside of the moon, and it's just like the outer part. Like
No,
more
no,
like
because I wouldn't say that because it's like it doesn't look like anything's missing. It looks like literally someone pressed their finger against the moon and it's like now concave. Like it's like it's not scooped because you could see the surface of the moon in like you could see the texture of the surface of the moon where it's concave. Like it is not like the insides of a rock. It is the surface of the moon. So it looks like again something has been like pressed into it. That's what it looks like. It's very weird. But again, dream logic question mark? Like it's just like weird dream stuff cuz like uh, what it's going for is like from the side it looks like one of those like crescent moons, right? But because it's like a dream, uh, when you spin it around, like it looks weird, right? I think that's what they're going for to some degree. Uh, we'll see. Who
very
knows?
interesting
Um,
visual.
uh, oh yeah, the fucking freaky doors got two handles for some reason. Like and not like duh every door has two handles, one on the front, one on the back. No, like it like I guess it would have four handles because it's like it has a handle on the left and a handle on the right for some reason. Dream logic, like is I guess that's just kind of how we're gonna explain everything we can't like we don't know yet. Uh, it's very weird.
Just writing down dream logic.
And we discovered that the police chief wants to bomb the police department. Like we were kind of already having this question of like why is he what of his desires leads to the bomber? What does he want to blow up? What does he want to destroy, right? And the second door is revealed or no, the final door is revealed because I think by this point the second door is opened. Um and Baku is looking into the keyhole of the door and that's where he kind of has this revelation and you know the camera then zooms in and shows that the room behind the door is a destroyed police department and Baku puts together that, well, the chief wants to bomb the police department, and to which I have written, maybe he is my goat. Uh, Maybe I judged you too harshly, Fujimi. Uh, and he succeeds. The bomber actually opens all three doors. Baku's unable to stop him. And if a nightmare unlocks all three doors, they they are able to possess the body of the dreamer and enter the real world. All powers included, which is really bad. Really, really bad. Not only that, it sets off a chain reaction. And now all of those butterflies that we saw before are being produced en masse in the real world and seemingly planting themselves in people. Shit looks dire. It looks really, really bad. Baku fucked up. Which is literally what I wrote word for word for the next line. Baku fucked up. And also, at this point, Baku was still in the dream and he wakes up. He's in the middle of the street. In his bed, still tucked in. And Zero is just like, I carried you here. And to that I say, what the fuck do you mean by that? What do you mean you carried him there? Like, his bed and all. Like, bed frame and everything. You just fucking picked him up,
Actually, I
put
don't
him out
think
here.
it's the bedroom. I think it's just the mattress.
Is it just a mattress?
I think so.
I thought it was the bed frame too. Regardless, fucking insane, Zero. You could have just picked him up and walked him out. Why did you even take him out there like that? Why didn't you just wake him up in his bed? It's like, Baku, we really fucked up, Baku. Baku, you really fucked up. You gotta see this, Baku. I'm taking you outside to see how badly you fucked up. It's it's so funny. Um, uh, I have it written here. A quote from the villain. Uh, Say that shit to my face, not in a dream, motherfucker. Because essentially, like, that's the attitude he's taking now. It's like, we're not in a dream, man. I'm gonna kill you. Because Baku is powerless out here. He doesn't have his dream abilities to save him, except not really. He's actually able to henshin in the real world, and make all that shit real. Leading more into, like, the themes of make your dreams real. We get to see the suit in like a night setting, with its lights like fucking shining, and it looks fucking awesome. Like the suit in like a darker setting with like the fucking bright orange highlights glowing looks really good. Um, uh, 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 we get. Do we get a new ability? Or has he always had it? He basically gets a stretchy powers.
He got that in the it's either this episode or was in the first part of the last episode, with the first part of the bomber, rather.
Right.
When he's introduced to the actual physical world that he's a part of for his hub,
yes.
Zero shows him these little gacha machines in which he can get powers out of that are the other captains.
And he has the current one that he's using gives him stretchy powers, a la Luffy, Mr. Fantastic. Like straight up, he does the fucking gum gum axe kick, and also like makes like rubber weapons out of his hands, like more closer to Mr. Fantastic. He is getting in a confrontation. He's using these newfound powers to basically kind of curb stomp the bomber, and he finishes him off with like a like this two finger like pronged attack from like it looks like it misses, but then it wraps around the building uh into the heart of the bomber and cuts like the blue wire, because like Peter pointed this out. He's like, cut the secret agent, the super spy cuts the correct wire to the bomb.
Like, even
And
Baku says that. Baku says like every secret agent knows how to defuse a bomb.
that's the line, yeah. Because I was like, he says a one liner here that's actually pretty good. Like he gets a good one liner in, and that was it, right?
It's a
That was
really good
pretty
one.
good. Um, and he does his finisher, and I forgot to write this down for the gun nightmare, but I wrote it here. The finisher into sleep from the villain is like really goofy. It's so funny looking. It's just I don't know that I'll ever like get used to it, because it's so funny to be like brutalized and then go honk shoo me 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 me. It's so goofy. Uh
But that feels great
but
though.
but yes, the uh bomber is defeated. Fujimi is uh stopped. However, I think he does bomb the building, right? Like he couldn't stop him from destroying the police building, right? Or no?
Oh no! So that's the bombing the police building was the third door.
That was the third. Yes, correct. Right, yeah. So yeah, like because I forgot to mention that the third door was to bomb the police building, which, by the way, didn't mention it here. Anything that happens in like the dream world relating to those doors happens in real life, right? Like
Yeah,
the fucking the building being bombed in the dream happens also in real life, but I think it's only when it's relating to those doors, uh because other
it
things
depends.
don't happen.
It does depend on what is affecting or whatnot. But you'll get more. We'll get more of that later.
Okay. um but yeah, so we're kind of left there, and that's how the episode wraps up. uh Let me see thoughts. I mean, it's kind of weird because it's like I don't really have like any strong criticisms. I think like it's just maintaining like a steady, solid pace.
Yeah,
Like it's doing good. Like it's doing a good job. I'm not like, yo, wow, I'm fucking amazed, but I am like, that was good. That was like, that was solid. I'm having a good time.
it's keeping up like a good set of quality for the show.
Yeah, it's just keeping like a consistently good quality. Fucking only really minor criticisms that, like, some of the effects are like kind of weird looking or cheap looking at times. But yeah, it's pretty solid. I would say I'm not even gonna say pretty solid. It is solid. Uh, so far, consistent. Uh, and then we have on to episode 4, Rob. Uh, oh, my dog barked. Uh,
I was a huge fan of this episode.
that's right. Oh, you just thought there was a robber. Um,
Because he hates guys named Rob.
took note. So for at the start of every episode, uh, I'm pretty sure Zero says something. Uh, for this one, Zero had a particularly wet set of lips.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why it bothered. It triggered my misophonia a little bit, and I was like, "Ooh,
Save the
ew."
BIP bride.
Why did you like? You could hear his wet lips smack, man. Uh,
Yeah, you're gonna remember that mission, dude.
um, I've also took note here. I don't know what it's called, but like the like henshin line that they all get. You know, like every writer has like a line that they say when they henshin.
Oh yeah.
Baku's I'm on it. Eh, it's not doing anything for me. I think it's kind of lame. I don't know why. I don't know what particularly about it I'm like not sold on, but it's
I
just
wonder if
it's
it's
just
cooler if
whatever.
you're Japanese, like if you speak Japanese
Well,
as your
yeah,
first
no, that's the
language.
whole thing about it, right? Like you know the foreign like the English. That's why they always insert English into like these kind of characters is like they have the catchphrase being English. It just sounds cool. Or like Q Ranger, the main character Lucky would always say
Yosha
Lucky.
lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Does he say that? I
and
don't
it's
remember him saying at
uh
least 5 times an episode at minimum.
uh another one that I noticed a lot is like they like saying chants for some reason, and it like shows up a lot in just random media. Like they'll say chants. Um, what's his name from Revice? The scientist is the fucking goddamn.
God damn. Yeah. Oh god, he's fucking George. I think his name was.
Yeah, George.
His English is really funny. Weird character. Weird character.
Uh, God, this reminds me. When I was watching Kuga in another fucking Discord, this is a small tangent. When I first watched Kuga, I was doing like a watching with other people because they're also into Toku, and I heard about it. And they're like, "Oh, we should watch it together." And we were watching episodes, and one of them in there, she had already seen some Kuga,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "I know there's an episode where they ordered McDonald's. I'm gonna order McDonald's for that episode." And I said, "Dude, me too." And we both ordered McDonald's. And we fucking waited till the McDonald's showed up on screen to eat it. And we were like, McDonald's. And it was cold because we waited.
They just timed it so horribly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how the fuck else are you gonna, like, how are you gonna time it? You'd have to, like, start the episode and then not be there.
Dude, McDonald's Kugo Happy Meal.
It was like, it was so not worth it, but it not being worth it made it worth it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. There's a charm to that, like the realization that you're eating cold ass fries. I think
It
I would
was
have
great.
ended up like eating the fries and just saving the burger.
Yeah, because like one of the fucking archaeologists in Kuga is an American guy, and he just speaks English. Like he's very much one of those. We picked up this white guy off the streets to be our resident
There's a
American for
couple
this
of those.
episode.
There's also a couple like prolific white guy in Japanese media actors who just show up in everything. I wish I could remember some of their names. But sometimes you will see some of them and they will just keep appearing and stuff. There's one in like Ultraman that I remember showing up like all the fucking time.
Sorry, I just had to write down uh
The white guy.
mandated prolific white guy. Anyways, tangent aside,
Almost
uh,
Agent
uh,
Zero. Like
yeah, so uh Baku's like henshin line, not great. Don't really care for it.
I don't
Uh,
mind it.
uh, yeah, you would. Um, we also get the opening for the first time. This is in 3 episodes. Uh,
Visions.
uh, we did not get an opening, and episode 4 is when they decide to finally show it. It's all right. It's okay. Not like
I wasn't a
sold
huge
on
fan at
it
first.
yet.
It grew on me.
That's so funny. I feel like you've had that take on a few of these openings because I remember that was your feeling on Geats too.
That
You
was
were like,
extreme. I hated Geats' opening when I first heard it because it is weird sounding. There's a lot going on in that opening. I love that opening now. There's just something about that. Like
um, I'm not like crazy about
I
it.
still liked
Not
it at
not
first. This one at first I still like, but I like it more as time goes on.
I'm not at least for now. I'm not big on it.
Right.
Not bad, not great. It's fine. I do have this theory that like in the opening there are shots where 3 versions of Zet show up in different colors, green, red, and blue. and I'm guessing that eventually the red and the blue are going to be secondary and tertiary. But we'll see. Um, we are introduced to the dream of the episode, or the the next like villain. I don't know what you call it. Our next dream is a wedding.
Yeah, save the
Uh,
VIP bride.
Save the VIP bride.
Said very wet.
Said very wetly. Um, and Baku plays the role of the priest ordaining their marriage. Uh,
With
is that the
Nem
right word?
playing the wedding planner.
Yes, Nem is here again. She is the wedding planner, and uh, then a creepy stalker shows up out of nowhere, uh, and swear like, does he have a knife? Is he gonna stab or
Yeah,
shoot?
his
I forget.
knife.
Yeah. Um, and stops the wedding. We find out that they are the childhood friend of the bride. And at this point, I'm like, oh, are we okay? So we're either doing denied romance or creepy stalker. Let's find out. Uh, and uh, Baku, what happens here? Because like I remember the
He
the
uses
part
the
I'm thinking of.
captain to increase his strength, and he like picks up the knife with the guy holding it, lifts him up into the air.
Is that I thought, huh? Really? I thought I would have written that down because I remember, yeah, because I remember he fucking uh smacks his like the fucking stalker guy, like he smacks his head into his nuts. At least that's what it looked like at the time. Like he grabs his head and then like presses it against Baku's nuts. I don't know. I don't know. That's just what I remember. Like that's what it looked like.
Watching different shows. I do remember you saying that. No, but he lifts him up in the air. I think he like knees him or something. But yeah, I could.
But like the shot looks really weird.
And then he like crumbles the knife in his hand. It does. Um,
um
and then
but yeah.
the groom is
No, I
like,
do have it right
"Thank
here.
you for."
Yeah. Baku put the childhood friend's head right onto his nutsack.
It makes it sound like it was gentle.
Like he was just trying to show him a different way. Don't be obsessed with her. Be obsessed with me. Um yeah, stops that, and I think they wake up after wrapping that up.
Yeah, he's about to
Oh,
ask a question, and then like he's waking up in the middle of asking it.
mm, um notice that Baku's closet is actually like pretty fucking tiny as well. And maybe they just live in a world where they have small doors. I don't know why.
He also might be tall. I've never. Wait a second.
Might be tall. I have written here Baku still a league player in parentheses jobless. Uh it's Oh yeah, so we start to see, I think we get I think fucking fuck ass cut villain shows up again and does this monologuing. Uh and reveals that like, yeah, all the nightmares are like the seeds have been planted, they're germinating. And I wrote, very kind of those nightmares to patiently wait their turn. Uh because uh they're there. I don't know why they're waiting, but they are. It would be impossible otherwise for Baku to do anything about it. I'm sure we'll get an explanation eventually. Uh but it is very funny to think that they're all just kind of like, no, one at a time. Uh they Zero is a meeting with Baku and is handing him a bunch of gadgets, which is very cool because like spy gadgets, right? Like he's a secret agent, he's a super spy, so you get to play with a bunch of toys and stuff. I'm sure they also made a bunch of toys for this.
Mhm.
It's very cool. But I had to like note that like as Zero is handing him like this gear and like setting it up for him, he's like putting a bunch of like these spheres into like a like
Like a container
tube.
for all the capsules,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then he's putting them in one by one, and it just says "fuck it" on the last one, and just like it's just like fucking like placed in there uneven and like not all the way in for some reason. Like he just gave up. Uh, I just thought that was very funny.
Yeah, it's just
Because
barely fit in, and then it just
yeah,
cuts.
you could clearly tell that like it is not in there at all. Like he
Probably a
just
pain
did
in the ass
not.
to get them in properly with the fucking suit that he was in.
So I thought that was very
It's
funny.
very funny.
But just as we see all these gadgets and whatnot that he's given, uh, all of them as well, like fitting in theme with his like design, very sleek. Get up, everything from his gadgets to his belt to his suit, all of it is very slender and sleek, and I like that. Very different design than what I'm used to out of writers. Um, Save for like I guess technically Geats because like those designs can like when they're just one part
Yeah.
is just like a mask and like a black bodysuit, and I don't think that counts. um, Paranormal Affairs is back on as Fujimi
That
and
seems great.
Nazca meet with
Unofficially
the
back on.
police chief, and he reinstates them to their previous position for paranormal affairs. But it's all off the record. Fucking gotta make it a secret. You know, they can't let it be known. I don't know, remember specifically why that's the case. Just is. Um,
It's because it was publicly, or like Paranormal Affairs was already publicly like dismissed.
Oh yeah, and it would look bad if he went back on that like decision. Yeah.
Very
Like I
quickly,
just think in
mind you.
general. Yeah. Um, like yeah, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Like a police chief making a decision, then immediately walking it back would probably not look good. So it makes
Especially since
sense.
he's like new in the role.
Yes. Uh, so they I'm assuming we're gonna stick with these characters for a bit longer. Probably. I mean, at this point, I'm assuming they're gonna be here. Like they're gonna be established characters. Um, and when this happens, uh, Fujimi is excited and looks back to Nazca, who's just giving him the nastiest stink eye. Like she fucking hates it.
He's so excited too. It's awesome.
It is like she is fucking like not having it.
The way he looks
Um,
over is like he expects her to be as excited.
Looks at her like a dog, like who just heard the word walkie.
Paranormal? You're
uh,
paranormal?
is fucking contempt. um, we also learned that bad luck can be avoided. Uh, I forget what, but Baku is walking with his sister, and she stops him before bad luck happens. I think is it a tree branch is about to fall? Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to go help an old lady, and
Yes.
before he can do it, like the branch is about to snap and she stops him. And then you see
Yeah.
the childhood crush actually like helping.
Yes. The childhood crush is shows up in real life. They meet him, not intentionally. It's just happenstance. But he is helping this little old lady, and he seems like not a bad guy. Oh, just real quick, bad luck can be avoided? Question mark. I guess they could just avoid it. I don't know how he hasn't, or maybe he has. Maybe he's avoided the most fatal ones. And that's how he's made it? Question mark. Who knows? But he, I think he tails the stalker guy.
Yes.
And tails him to a diner, something like that. In which he overhears a conversation about her father, which is her in question being the love interest. And he's what is he? The prime minister? He's
Oh
something. He's
yeah,
some
it's
important figure.
like affairs or something like that. Um,
He's someone important.
some like home affairs person and stuff like that, maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think
but
he
someone important,
has.
yes.
What does he say about him? Like he has some beef with him. I think I forget what he says in specific, but basically he has like
I remember.
disdain for him. Uh, and there is a reason given. I just don't remember why. Uh, but he's talking with a friend about him and how he just he has it out for him.
Mm,
Uh, and I think at this point Baku is like using this information to try and play detective and piece together what he thinks might be the motive. Uh, he's thinking like rival. Shut up, phone. He's thinking like rival, like company or something to that effect. Like he was
yeah.
screwed over by him. Uh, we get some more dialogue from Zero as I think Baku is starting to realize he's getting a little bit more competent in like his day-to-day life. In which Zero explains that his skill set from his dream self is being carried over and slowly permeating his real self, which is insane. That is an insane thing to do. Uh like what do you mean like I like if if he was fucking imagining himself as a Saiyan, would he start slowly becoming a Saiyan like in real life? Like the implications are endless and psychotic, but neat. Um uh have it written down. Not a not a fan, but not like I'm not hating. It's just I don't care for the henshin motion. It's whatever. I feel like you could do cooler things with the chest belt. Uh, it's but it's like meh, meh. It's fine, I guess. But also speaking of things I'm not getting used to, that muscle swelling is not great. As they enter the dream world once again, the it's kind of like the same exact like events are happening, right? Like they're doing their marriage thing, uh, and he's here to stop it. Except, uh, the nightmare is born in the form of like a crow. I call him the crow mauler. Uh, and the crow mauler or the crow nightmare descends onto the scene
The Cornwall
and
that sends those is a very different scene.
the crow mauler interrupts the wedding, kicks the doors down, and stops it from happening. And uh, Baku transforms into Zeztz and starts beginning combat. More dream logic fighting happens. The fucking pews are beginning to like shift around and try and like block Baku's what's the word, march towards the nightmare.
Mhm.
Uh and I'm not sure what the crow nightmare's abilities are. He summons crows and I think they control gravity. I can't I can't tell what happens because he summons the crows. They surround Baku and then just the world turns upside down, which I can only assume that means they control gravity.
Someone's ever pissed
Um,
off a group of crows.
nice. Don't you dare. They'll make you taste a slice of Australia. You don't have to worry. You have your. I guess you'd just be standing on the ground if they did that.
Yeah,
uh,
we intentionally
but
antagonize them here. Makes sense.
it's a fucking a crow based biome. They keep the gravity in place.
fucking
Uh,
RPG puzzle system for an area in which you have to shake a crow, change the environment so you can progress and change it back.
um, but uh, yeah. So gravity has been flipped, and Baku is falling, and now he gets to use a new one of his. I keep forgetting what they're called. What are they called?
Capsem.
Capsem? Cap what?
Capsem, like CAPSEM. Capsem.
Okay, I wonder what that. What's that a portmanteau of? Like, what's that combining? Obviously, capsule.
Capsule.
What's the last one?
Um, Dream.
Okay, no.
Capsemen.
Shut up. um,
Basically, dream capsules.
it's like a bat form, except the bat form gives him Spawn's cape, like comic book Spawn.
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
wings, but like actually is pretty good form. I like the way it looks a lot.
it looks good. This is Spawn's cape. It's cool. Spawn's cape is cool. And yeah, it's essentially like a cape. He can like extend his wings out, or like like it'll just extend out and allow him to like fly. So he uses that to fly around and stop the descent. And say I think he saves Nem, right? Because Nem's falling with him.
No, it's the bride.
Or is the bride? Okay, it saves the bride, right? Because after saving the bride, he learns, and I forget how he learns this, but he learns that this is the bride's dream and the bride's nightmare. So she's the one that desired this crow to come and stop the wedding. To which I say, "Oh, so we're doing denied romance. Got it." Uh, and that's where the episode wraps up and leaves off. Uh, Thoughts on the episode? Man, like again, it. I feel like I'm doing a bad job, but I just have like nothing like too like crazy to say. It's a good job so far.
Yeah.
There's a couple funny things that like got me like like scratching my head, but not so bad that it's more like I'm sure like it's too early. I'm sure we'll get answers, right? Like it's too early for me to be like, well, what the fuck was this about? Uh I'm like I'm gonna let you finish. And it's not like what exists there is like anything that needs urgent answering right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of interesting concepts are constantly being introduced as well. Like for example, like I said in this episode, we introduced the idea that uh his dream is bleeding into his reality and affecting him physiologically. Maybe that has something to do with the fact that he can regenerate his body, like his recovery speed is insane. Uh some power of the human body, willpower shit. Uh and we'll see. But you know I'm liking so far. The choreography stays on point.
Yeah.
I feel like abilities are being rolled out at a reasonable, if not, and I only say if not because it's only 4 episodes, but if not, speedy pace. We've been introduced to the suit, then the gadgets, or no, the suit, then the capsims, then the gadgets, and then another capsim. Uh, and but it's not like I don't feel particularly like, oh, this is too much. I don't know. It feels like a pretty decent pace, especially because the capsims aren't like entire like suit change, like form changes. They just add a piece onto him, right? Like it's just an addition instead of being an entire like form. So I think that doesn't make it feel
The
as like drastic.
transform suit has like a good noticeable amount of differences, but it's similar enough to the base suit that it doesn't distract too much.
But yeah, so far, like so good. Like just maintaining solid pacing, and I hope it manages to keep it going forward. Peter,
Yes.
it's you. Your turn.
What the shit? Like I was gonna say, what the heck? It's just what the shit. I'm
Bro,
just
took it to
going
the
over the
heart.
last notes there. No, there's not much else to say. I think the start of the show is pretty good. It's really hard to try and keep interest for the start of a lot of shows, especially when in like late Heisei to sometimes around Reiwa. I actually think Reiwa does a little bit better of the job than some of the later Heisei stuff, in which
Yeah.
introducing a lot of the toys and forms. A really good show is Kamen Rider Drive. But the
Mm.
real thing about that show is that it's just getting through those first 10 episodes. They're not bad, but they are very toy centric.
Ah.
Because the toys that they have in
We
Drive
made
are
this
these
shit to
little
tell toys. Kids love
exactly.
cars.
Um the shift cars in Drive, they don't talk, but they have their own little personality and drive around with little Hot Wheels.
Brum,
That's part of
brum.
it, but because of that, there's just a lot of focus on them. Um it's quite a lot, really.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of like any like very obvious like you're doing this for merchandising. I mean, the capsules and the gadgets are about like that's the funny thing about it. It's like you would say the capsules and the gadgets, but it's like he's a spy. He's a super
It
spy. Like he
feels more
has to have
natural here.
those.
You gotta have your cue that gives you little gadgets, and the gadgets here make sense. Little, it's not even like a super toyish one, like the one that scans the area. Like that just feels like natural for him to have.
Yeah, like it just makes sense. It's probably one of the more seamless like merchandising integrations in one of these shows I've seen in a while.
It says even say
Uh,
freaking sweet.
it's not what I say.
Don't listen to him.
Well, you just put words in my mouth, dude. I would say freaking epic. That's usually what you say. I say.
Gotta keep you on your
But
toes.
yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this. Wow, we went for 3 hours and 40 minutes. I had planned for 2 hours. Though I guess
Holy
that's a bit
cool.
foolish considering that like this is the
There's
first
a lot
episode
to
we have to
cover.
do. Like,
There's a
yeah.
lot to cover.
I mean, future episodes will definitely be shorter. I feel like most of that initial time was
No, I'm
taken
gonna
up
make him take as
by
long as we need.
motherfucker. I have work. uh, I will say
Have
if
you
that if
considered
it,
that
well, at
it's
least
funny?
I will say at least a big chunk of that was taken up by recanting like our history with Toku. So,
And we sped that
uh,
up. I
um,
sped up our shit quite a lot because I had to, because I thought I've gone on forever trying to think of everything.
and I gotta edit this shit down too. Well, I say edit down. I'm just gonna
Not
be
too
cutting
much.
out like the ums and uh, and
One of
like
our
the
sentences
bits
is
of
going to be.
silence.
It's going to
So
sound like
what?
one
I'm
of those.
leaving all the erms and ums in. Like what? What?
No,
Why?
I'm saying like one of our sentences. We're just going to have a part where we're just kind of like but you cut that out, so it's going to sound like one of those breathing edits people make of like wrestlers or something. It's just
It'll be fine. But
oh, it will. It will be
yeah,
schmine.
thank you for tuning in for the first episode. Oh god, I'm stretching. Thank you for tuning in for the first episode. I hope to. I mean, so far the plan is to keep doing this shit weekly. We'll catch you again at if you're listening to the podcast on whatever platform you choose, you'll catch us whenever. But if you're watching live, which hey, thank you for watching live.
Thank you
You'll
very
be catching
much.
us
Hope
again
everyone's having a good day. Take care.
at 3 p.m. I guess I should like schedule like an upload for
Yes, you want to make
because
it like consistent, or
yeah.
else
So I wonder. I guess it's gonna be the following day. Uh, I'll probably hit it up. Probably. I'll think about it.
also
But I
thank
want
you
to
to
say
our sponsor
tentatively.
Manscaped. Keep your butthole
You
shaved
can't
and
do that.
smooth.
You can't do that. You cannot do that. I'm pretty sure you cannot do that unless you have an actual like.
Oh, oh.
I don't know if you'd get in trouble, but I don't know if they'd appreciate it either.
Thanks to our sponsor, Tenga Egg.
I wish.
You have to finish all of the Tenga eggs.
Yeah. You eating them or never mind. But yeah, to finish off what I was saying, tentatively gonna say probably like 5 p.m. on Thursdays, maybe 5 p.m. PST. We'll see. You'll see when the episode goes up. That's when I decided it'll be the upload times. But 3 p.m. PST Wednesday, if you want to catch us live. But yeah, I guess should also plug where you can find us. Find me at Your Pal Sal on Blue Sky. Your Pal Sal on Twitch, or I'm beginning to realize a bit of a mistake in my name choosing. When I say Your Pal Sal, I have to spell out. Your is spelled UR, just the letters UR. So you are.
I mean, they can see it on the stream.
Peta, this podcast is being uploaded in a audio format with no visuals. So
yeah, but I imagine there will also be visuals for it, like as in links and descriptions.
Yeah, but people, you have to understand, not everybody gives enough of a shit or remembers to even look at the description. That's why people say it out loud, so that way they could remember. But it is important to spell it out, like to make sure that if you want to catch me live on Twitch, we hang out. Me and Peter hang out there. You can find me at Your Pal Sal. That's UR_PAL_SAL at Twitch and Blue Sky as well. I also have a YouTube, which I gotta upload on there too. I gotta upload on YouTube. Don't forget, because that's also a podcast platform. You can find it on YouTube as well. I have a TikTok that I have not fucking used.
I know. I checked it recently, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
No, I should. I feel like
your shorts on there.
I should, but also I've had way more like success on YouTube than I have TikTok, which is kind of crazy. I thought it would be the other way around. Yeah, I know. But I feel like focusing on YouTube, even though regardless, I should use TikTok. I know. I'll use both.
There's also Your Pal Sal at Fansly and OnlyFans.
Yep. I show nuts and bolts over there. But no, that's it. You don't have anything to plug, right? I don't think so.
No, I don't use social media.
Yeah, and you don't
at
stream
one point using
yet.
Stuff, but not yet. Eventually, maybe. I will, but I just need to figure out stuff.
If you want to catch him, well, you got to catch me too. Yeah, I'm gonna.
One of those dual boss fights. You have to take down both health bars at once.
I think we're good. Okay. All right. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. See ya.